feel like I was being trolled or something. Like, it didn't feel like a real episode.
I know Sam Levinson's been hinting that he wants it to go forward, but I just don't know who else from the cast is also on the same page.
Right.
But you are.
I'm on. Let me know.
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks. She's just Trish.
Before we get into today's episode, thank you to Olipop for sponsoring today's episode of Just Trish. Enjoy the hot topics. It's Monday morning. Woo! It's Monday morning, and we're feeling
Older and wiser.
older and wiser. 38, baby. 38 years old.
3 8s.
Oh my God, love that. And someone mentioned 2026 is 2 plus 2. Oh, 2 plus 6 is 8.
Yeah.
I liked whoever mentioned that, but I got it wrong. Yes, it's 8. We love 8s. Oh, we love 8s. We love everything. Life is good. Yeah, we had a great weekend. It's going to be such a good vibe today. We had such a good weekend. Everything went great. Family was here. Birthday, Mother's Day, Dad's 70th birthday. Yeah, there was just we're celebrating Elvis's birthday this week, which is really exciting. And England is next week. I'm going to England next week, which is crazy. There's still a few tickets. I think there's a few tickets left for the royal seats that are unleashed. But other than that, it's all sold out. So I'm so excited. I'm feeling so confident. My dad yesterday, we did karaoke and he's like, have you been taking voice lessons? And I'm like, actually, I have been. I have been going so hard. Sam, I think his last name's Sam Sui, I think I'm saying it right, and Casey, who are our friends. Their daughter, Alea, comes over here for parties. They're like party friends. We love them so much. They're amazing vocalists. They were in the Whiff and Poofs. They're so, he sings, Casey sings with the LA Symphonic, I don't know, he sings with 100-piece orchestra. They're the most amazing people ever, and we met them through parties because we have kids around the same age, and they're so good. So they've been coming over to give me voice lessons. They gave me a voice lesson last week. And I feel so confident now. Oh my God, just wait till you guys hear me live. And they were like, wait, you're actually good. And I think it's because of them. They were helping me sing through my face and not through my voice. I get to feel the vibration. I really want to do a video, a singing lesson video with them, because they're also just amazing. They're amazing singers. They sing Defying Gravity. They're just beautiful singers. And they're also beautiful people. They're so nice. And they didn't make me feel judged. So anyways, all that to say, come see me at Royal Albert Hall May 24th. Vibes are great. And before we get too far into it too, you guys, the big announcement, which you guys saw yesterday, if you followed me on social media, this is the biggest thing that's ever happened to me. Personally, I don't think anything gets bigger than this. I have my first ever meal, and really the only meal that matters to me, the Trish Trio at BENIHANA. Did you know?
No, I mean, I knew something BENIHANA, but I didn't know the specifics.
Wait, how did you know the BENIHANA? Did I told you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know. You were like, I have a super secret thing with BENIHANA coming up.
Oh, did I say that? Oh my gosh. I know. I want to always surprise you too, because I feel like you always know everything. I want to surprise. Honestly, Trish Crave didn't know. I'm going to just shout out Trish Crave. Trish Crave had someone, one of the BENIHANA people that worked at BENIHANA at the location we did it, shout out Newport Beach. They had taken a picture, and it was open. It was open when we did the commercial, so people were there. So we were taking pictures. They posted, and then I don't know how Trish Crave knew, but they're like, oh, Trish has a collab with BENIHANA. And I was like, oh my God, how did you know? And I was like, to me, this is a baby announcement. To me, this is a big deal. So I was like, can you just take it down? I really want it to be a surprise. And he was so sweet. So once again, Aiden, I will give you exclusive. And he's so nice. He's always so nice to do it. And usually I don't mind when things get leaked. Obviously the hacks, there was background actors that took pictures and stuff like that. But this was everything. So, but thank you, Aiden, for always supporting Trish Crave and all that stuff like that. So go to BENIHANA. That's why I have to do these podcasts earlier, because I'm going to a different BENIHANA every day this week in Southern California. So we're going to an Encino one, Santa Monica, Arcadia, Anaheim, Newport Beach, Temecula. We mapped them out. We're going to all of them. So every day this week,
World Tour.
catch me at a BENIHANA. Catch me at a BENIHANA this week. I am so excited. I literally was texting my mom. I'm like, you want to drive an hour and a half to go to Arcadia, BENIHANA? And she's like, yeah, of course. Let's go. My sister too was like, let's go to the Santa Monica. We're going to the Encino one. So obviously, so that's why I start earlier, because I was like, we got to make sure we get there. But anyways, I'm so excited. It is my favorite meal. I feel like maybe maybe Jimmy already did the compilation because I did a vlog, but there's a compilation of me ordering. I order one thing from BENIHANA, and that is the BENIHANA Trio, and they renamed it Trish Trio. I think for a limited time. I don't know if this is a permanent. I'm assuming these little inserts are just temporary, but hey, I don't know how long it's going to be there. Go. I want to go to the Vegas one. That one is the 5-story one. Maybe I'll try and go this weekend before I go to England. I don't know. But yeah, I love the Benihana trio so much. It's filet mignon, it's chicken, it's shrimp, and the vegetable fried rice, which usually doesn't come with the Benihana trio, but this comes with the vegetable fried rice. Well, maybe it does. It does. But you have to ask for the vegetable trio. And I'll tell you why I get the vegetable fried rice. A little hack if you're not getting the Trish trio is because they make all the fried rice together, and they usually do the chicken fried rice. But if you ask for vegetable fried rice, they make that first because they don't know if the chicken, if it's like vegan or whatever, so they don't have the chicken like contaminated as opposed to the veggie fried rice. So if you ask for it without the chicken, because the trio I get has the chicken, you get the fried rice first. So they serve you the fried rice first, and then they make the chicken. So that's like a little hack we do. You get it hot and fresh, and this one comes with the veggie fried rice, which is amazing because it already has like the chicken, shrimp, and you can obviously just add that into your fried rice. And what's really special about this is they have new butters at Benihana, and the truffle butter comes with mine, but they have other butter. They have the hot honey butter, and they had the was it lobster butter, I think, and it's like really,
that sounds
was
good.
it lobster butter? Yeah, it was. I got to try all of them, and I did pick the truffle butter because I thought it just paired very nicely with the steak. But this is like it does not get like, honestly, it doesn't get bigger. I know people like dancing with it. This is the biggest. It does not get bigger, in my opinion, because this has been my childhood. This has been my Christmas with my dad, my Thanksgiving with my Uncle Joe, like a celebration. Every pregnancy
When
we'd
we
go
met,
there.
that's the first thing you talked about was Benihana.
Okay, not to spoil anything in my book, my memoir, I'm not kidding, has such a big portion. How impactful Benihana was. How I found out, this is a little spoiler, I guess, but how I found out the quarantine was even happening was Benihana. You remember this?
I remember it.
Okay.
And I felt so bad because I was like, I just met her and I wanted her to be happy and to go to the place she wanted.
Okay, the sign on the Encino Benihana said, I went at 11 a.m. I remember this so much. We had our first date on the 14th, 15th, Monday, March 16th, 2020. I pull up to the Encino Benihana. It's pouring rain that day. And no cars are out. And I'm like, this is so weird. On Ventura Boulevard, no cars. I pull up to the Benihana and no one's there. And I was like, this is so odd. But, I like to get there right when they open at 11 a.m. And there was a sign on the door, due to a global pandemic, we are closed. And I was like, what?
Global pandemic?
Yeah. I texted Moses. This is 2 days after knowing Moses.
It was a global pandemic.
No. Yeah, that's what I texted. I was like, oh my God. I thought the world was ending because nobody was out. It kind of was. And I was like, I remember texting Moses and I was so scared. I was like so shaken. I even tried calling Benihana because it was like 11:15. I thought maybe takeout. Maybe they'll give me
Benny and Hana.
Yeah, Benny and Hana. Baby number 4, number 5. If we end up adopting twins, that's gonna be it. If we do in vitro, I don't know what. Maybe those could be our names. But I called because I was like, I wanted to take out. I was so, there's more to the story that's a little more like, you guys know my food triggers, okay? But there's more to the story because Moses, because of our first date, went into a second day. I missed my Benihana date with my mom and sister on that Sunday, and they ended up ordering pizza. So then I was just annoyed, and I was like, I have no one to go to Benihana with because I didn't want to sit there by myself. Although you go by yourself, it's kind of fun. You get to sit with 7 other people, which is a key.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just met, and then I hear this whole story about how upset she was about this thing, and I couldn't understand exactly what part is the upsetting part. And now I know it's the fact that she didn't go to Benihana.
We always
At the
did it every
beginning, I
Sunday.
thought it was just that your mom and sister, like, you guys didn't get to go together somewhere.
Well, because I was late, because you dropped me
Right,
off
no.
late. We were supposed to go right at 11 when they opened. Moses drops me off at 11:30. They're like, we didn't think you were coming back, so we're just going to order pizza. They had Papa John's already there, and I was like, so then I just was so annoyed, and Moses texted me, I hope the rest of your day is amazing. I was like, actually, it's not. Actually, it's not.
ruined.
Yes, and I did say that. And then he's like, well, I would have gone with you. I was like, no, it's already ruined. Like, just no. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go the next day. It's fine. I'll just go Monday because I really wanted it, and it was an addiction. And then the global pandemic hit, and I didn't get the Benihana. And it makes the story makes my memoir because it has such a tie to so much more.
That's
It's
how
a
we
lot
met.
of layers.
This is how we met.
So get crying on the kitchen floor. Yes, that was Moses' first impression. I remember I know whenever we read early text, I was so awful. I don't even know why you kept texting me. I was literally just like, no, actually, I think I don't know what was happening.
Anyway, I
didn't
can
get it.
testify to the Benihana. importance in your life.
You know, I am like, we need to go. When I was pregnant with Malibu, we went 3 times a week. We'd sit there at 11 a.m. And sometimes you get like a private chef at 11 a.m., which tip your chefs if they're going to just cook for you, because that's a lot of work. They do the full show and stuff like that. I remember like we would just go all the time. They'd give me like big sauces to take home. I think at the time it was like those hot sauces and stuff. Even in the commercial that comes out on Wednesday, I'm like going, they have like a to-go cup of the truffle butter and stuff. It's just so. You been to Benihana?
I did
Okay.
when I was Trish Fluence for my birthday in 2023, I think. Or no, 2022 for my birthday.
No.
Darian and I went to Benihana for my birthday. I think because you had just posted about it.
No way.
Real story. Darian can testify. Yeah. And Encino.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Encino location is great. It's been there for a while, but I love it because they have the parking in the back, so it makes it easy to go. That is so. Was it around the time? Because I think I influenced Kim Kardashian. Remember, I posted I was at Benihana.
I was pre Kim Kardashian.
Oh,
she was 2023, I think.
When we did the
I was-
podcast?
Yeah. So I was 2022. I remember,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. I really, okay, love that. I remember we posted we at Benihana, and the next day, Kim Kardashian posted her kids at Benihana at the
Yeah.
same location. And I was like,
And with the little chef hat.
with
and
the little
everything.
chef hat, like
Yep.
Malibu had the chef hat too, which I love. I'm not a gatekeeper. I love a
No, the
Trish
opposite.
Fluence.
Come in.
Yes, go get the Benihana Trio, and if you're in Southern California, you might just see us at one of those. And I love it because also too, that's what gagged me about Kim Kardashian's kids being there, because it's like you really do sit with like 8 other people. Like if you're 2 people, you're gonna sit with 6 other people, and that is kind of the fun of it. Like it's fun to have a private chef too when you go at like 11 a.m. But there is kind of fun. Like today we're going a little later because the podcast, so it'd be interesting to because you just get to see. And then do we tell people at the table? Because I influence people at the table, by the way.
You know, that says Trish Trio. I'm
That's-
Trish.
No, I wish my picture was on there.
You gotta tell.
That's. Should I bring up the commercial? I just like that's me. Actually, I think let me keep the chef coat. Maybe I could wear the chef coat today. I should actually. I should do some surprise appearances or
No,
start
we
cooking
can.
for people.
No, when we walk
to learn.
in, you should wear it. And we walk in, we're like, "Hi, we're here from corporate. We want to,
So we
yeah,
just
we're here
brought-
to monitor
Okay,
and
no, we're
do a
not-
quality check to the
How
Trish
about
Trio."
we're just happy to be a spokesperson enjoying this. I don't know. That might be a little crazy, but I don't hate the idea. Maybe we'll try it. Next location. Encino's our home base location. I don't know if we want to be. They know us there. I've Trish Fluence people at the table as well, which I love that word. You should have coined it. You should trademark that. It's so good. When we go, because the other little like it's not a hack, but we saw someone do it one time. So I love the fried rice. Like we take it home, like they give you boxes to take home and stuff like that. I will order double vegetable fried rice, and then I make Moses order double. So we have 4 fried rices between us, and then people at the table will be like, "Oh, how did you get 2?" And I was like, "Oh no, you just can order 2." And they're like, "Oh my gosh, so like we're gonna get 2 too." So like that's a little hack. Benihana will give you anything. They literally will like customize how you want, and they make it at your table, so it's great. Ari is my vegan friend, and she gets like tofu there. She gets the noodles, and they really are like so accommodating. They cook it first for her and stuff like that. There's so many options there. They cook it to how you like it. If you want extra butter, if you want extra spicy, they put the chicken to the side. Like there's so many ways. Literally, it's just the best. It makes me so happy, and I'm so excited. And I did the commercial, and I got to cook. I got to like flip the shrimp in my hat. I got to cook my own meal and stuff like that. It was so good. I probably had 20 fresh Trish Trios to try because they want to make it fresh for the commercial. So you'll see in the vlog, I was just mukbanging the whole day. It was
She was
so
texting
good.
me. She's like, "This is the best day of my life."
Best day of my entire life. I was beaming. Like I wish you would have come with me that day because it was in Newport, so it was like a little far, but it's a beautiful location. I think that might have been one of the originals is Newport. It had all the
I think
original.
so. That's what it said.
Yeah, Rocky Aoki, who started Benihana, they had him with like Elvis and stuff. It was very cool. It was very open, very big. It was like right on the water. So best day of my life. She was the best day of my life, and I can't wait to go every single day this week. It's like, and I gotta work. And that's why I tell them I was like, gotta work, gotta go. But you're gonna come with me, try it for the first time, which is fun. I'm gonna take just like different people every single day. I'm like, let's all go get the Trish Trio. So check it out. They're everywhere. They're in Cleveland, my Cleveland family. There's one in Cleveland, which is great there. The one I really want to go to too is in Miami. There's one right on the water, and it looks so pretty. But the Vegas one, there's a Benihana Village in Westgate. They're all over. Check them out today. We love the Trish Trio. Anyways, that was my big announcement, and so I hope it was exciting for everyone else. I don't know.
It is. I'm hungry. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. Literally, I was like on it, and Moses was outside. I'm like, we got to start right at 10 o'clock today. And you got right at 10, and I was very excited. So, anyways, it's gonna be a great day. You guys know I'm already excited. So, that happened. And did you watch Euphoria last night?
You know what's so funny? While you were getting ready, I was like, I forgot to post my little story, but we were watching Euphoria, and my cat was really locked in for your scene.
Wait, really?
And I took a photo. Yeah, Cheese was like really locked in.
Does she not usually lock in for TV?
He usually doesn't like watch the screen.
Pronouns. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to Cheese.
Non-binary. Actually, just kidding. He is he him.
So you say she had a cheese pool there?
The what?
What?
A cheese pool.
What's a cheese pool?
What's the pool?
Oh, a pool.
Like-
A cheese
No,
A
like his
gravitational?
attention. Like
Oh, he was
like,
pulled in. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He was pulled.
On fire today. I love it.
Yeah, and then when your scene was over, he stopped watching.
Wow.
Actually. Yeah, like literally. So
Oh
I
my
thought that was
gosh.
funny.
He
yeah.
was locked in just for me.
Yeah,
we
'cause
get a
then-
lot of stories people post of their pets watching the podcast.
I love that. I love when the
Yeah,
pets are.
they
We're
need
pet friendly, I think.
Entertainment. Yeah, we definitely are.
And then, once Sydney Sweeney's big tatas were busting through skyscrapers, I had him turn away. He's still a baby. He's only
Did not
3.
watch.
Yeah.
It was a wild episode last night. Okay, I need to clarify too that I did not have a script. Obviously, it seemed like Sydney Sweeney had a script for Cassie because I was like doing all these things, being like, yeah, it was all improv. It was all improv for me. They literally like, you're just gonna interview Cassie, and so there is probably like an hour-long podcast, not even kidding, of just me interviewing Cassie. So I didn't know what they were gonna use, and yeah, obviously my acting was not really acting because I think I was talking about it on this podcast. I remember even coming home and being like, I feel like I was being trolled or something. Like it didn't feel like a real episode. And I thought like, is this like some setup? Is this like punked? Am I getting like, what? It was very...
But it sounds like they wanted your reactions, right? Like they wanted to get your real
I
reactions
guess.
to the stuff she was saying.
I remember that was one where I'm like, I was like, I don't know what to say. And then obviously... like all the stuff that came out and like I remember all the stuff that came out in the news later. I was just like, are they like mirroring? Like, you know what I mean? It was just very interesting because I wasn't expecting the turn. I didn't know much about Cassie prior, but I wasn't expecting the turn.
Honey, I don't think anybody was.
Okay, really? Okay, so this wasn't like a known thing that she was gonna do because I was like, did I miss some? I tried to like watch some episodes to catch up. I'm like, am I missing some chat? And then all of a sudden she started talking like politics and stuff. And I remember Cassie, and I remember being like, I didn't know how to, I did not know how to react because obviously we don't talk about politics too much. I'm not too like informed on this stuff, and I also just don't know how to react. It's like if Clavicular was on my podcast, like how would I react? You know what I mean? It's like not comparing. Well, I guess Cassie,
Yeah,
she's the
she's
character.
kinda,
yeah,
yes.
okay, a little Clavicular vibe. Yeah, so it was very male centered, all this stuff, and I was very much like, yeah. So all of it was they showed a still. Of Cassie, the official like Euphoria showed a still of like Cassie crying, and that's the one I always reference because they didn't end up showing it in the episode. I remember towards the end, I was directed to like start to make her cry and like really attack her.
Oh
and
my
she
God,
started.
I want that scene
me
so
too.
bad.
I want them to release it because, again, I remember she just started like cry and the way her like eyes were filling up and like she got so scared, and I just remember being like, oh my God, they're gonna use that one. I don't really even remember really what I said, so I want to see it too. And then when I saw I was like, oh my, of course I'm in a scene like that. I'm like, yeah.
I love when
That
you
was-
said okay.
You
It
think-
was powerful. Yeah.
Okay, you think it was Emmy worthy?
I think so. That one line, like you had so much expression in it. I felt everything your character
Yeah.
went through. I felt your character's confusion. I felt your character trying to process what the guest, Cassie,
Yeah.
was saying.
Yeah.
I really felt everything in that one line.
Okay,
it really,
good.
Yes, it contained multitudes, I believe.
Okay, that's what I was trying to convey. And I learned this from Suzanne Summers, who had one line in American Graffiti in like 1973, the Ron Howard movie. She became like a global brand empire. She had the Thigh Master. If you don't know Suzanne Summers, rest in peace. She was wonderful. I loved her so much. She was in Three's Company. But anyways, her first movie was like one line, and it was supposed to be "I love you," and then they didn't even end up using the audio. They just had her like. They just had like the like lip version of it, but she was the most memorable from that. She's like, I was the blonde and the Thunderbird for like the rest of the 70s. So I remember like even if you get one line, like make it count. So every line I was really trying to deliver. I will say that line was an honest reaction of like, I remember looking and being like, I don't know how to. Someone is just getting canceled right next to you, and you're in the same screenshot, and you're just like. It's like a guess where it's like, we're getting canceled together. And I'm like, what do I do? So I panicked. The real Trish set in. And I was like, I'm like, what do I do? None of my agents are there from CA because it's like midnight by the time we're shooting this scene. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. And I'm just like, and you want to just be professional, so you like just keep it going. And no one's really giving real direction. No one's really like saying anything. Everyone's just like letting this happen as if it's a real podcast. So, and then Cassie's locked in over there. She's like locked in. And I guess she had obviously a script now that we've seen. I was, if you guys don't know, I was playing video podcaster number 3. That was me on the call sheet.
Oh, that was your character sheet.
Yes, it was. I posted the call sheet. It said video podcaster number 3. And I was so curious to know who would be video podcaster 1 and 2, because I didn't know it. I literally was thinking in my head, who else? I was like, is it gonna be Nick Viall or something? You know what I mean? But I think it was just maybe they were actors, or maybe not. Were they podcasters? I don't know. Were they actors or podcasters? Probably actors, I think. I think if they were podcasters, people would be like,
we would have known about it, I think.
So I don't know. I remember being video podcaster number 3, and I was stoked about it. But yes, mine was real and raw, but apparently there was a script that I was unaware of. I didn't know the storyline before or after, okay? So I was just supposed to interview, and I was like, I would love to see more. I wish they would do like a whole, maybe if there's enough demand, maybe they'll do.
The Trish cut.
Yes. Don't they have like, White Lotus does that like after the show, they have like behind the scenes.
Yeah. Actually, they did that for the earlier episodes. Like, they released the behind the scenes. So there is hope.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was like the next week they released behind the scenes. And they showed more of like Alexa Demi for like episode 1 or 2. So there's hope.
Okay, let's demand it for next week.
Yes,
So yes,
come on HBO.
Yes, I would love
Release
to
the
see it.
Trish cut. Release the,
The
Trish cut.
Release the Trish cut. Hashtag release the Trish cut.
Get it trending, everybody.
I don't know if I want to see it, honestly, though, because then I remember when they posted the crying screenshot of her, I was like, I forgot what I even said. I know I like was going in because they were just like go in and like make her cry. And obviously she's an actress and she could just cry over anything. But I remember being like, wow, I'm so good, because she just started like tearing up, and I was like, wow, I really crushed it. So I would love to see it all. Although I was very happy with it. I was so happy with it. I'm glad
you got a line. I was after Vinnie Hacker.
Yes,
I was like, oh Lord, anything can happen.
And you know I have that history of Get Him to the Greek, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Yes Man, and Wanderlust all had a line that got cut at some point, and I was like, I don't know if I was even in those movies. So I was expecting a Vinnie Hacker at it for sure. Maybe my pink dress would be shown, my blonde hair or something. But I got a little FaceTime. They even gave me the screenshot on my birthday. They sent it over to my agent, and they're like, oh, Trisha wants to post this. I was so excited. I was like, first look at Euphoria. I was so at least I got that. And you know what? A win's a win. Emmy nom. My HBO Max day is ready. I Love LA, White Lotus, Heated Rivalry 2. I'm the HBO Max girly now. And if you need someone to give a line or a look, I'm there. I think White Lotus, I could still get a line in. If they're shooting in the south of France, it's all about fame. I think I could get a line in there.
And we know it's a working script.
Yes,
Like, it's all very much real and in the moment.
You should be like
Just
you and
saying.
Jordan in The Amazing Race, cross
in
paths.
France of France.
Like you just stop in at that hotel for one night.
Ooh, that's
and
a good
continuing.
one. Okay. We're open to it. We are so open. Let us know. I would love to be a part of it. I really loved it. These are great shows. I'm happy that was my run. And then we ended it with the BENIHANA Trish show. It's really just
Also, what's
really
amazing
great.
about Euphoria is that the way they treated you and us and everything with the,
premiere.
like you were, a cast member.
Yes.
No, I mean, it's
I
really
loved it.
beautiful, like
No, that is
they
so
really
true.
treated you so beautifully throughout the whole process and after.
Thank you so much to Olipop for sponsoring today's episode of Just Trish. The new summer flavors are out today. I have raspberry sherbet. Let's crack it open. Cheers to summer flavors. Oh my gosh. This flavor is absolutely amazing. It tastes like raspberry sherbet ice cream. It is so good. And the best thing about Olipop is that it's a great alternative to just traditional sodas, okay? Because sometimes water is just so boring. We want something fun, especially with summer festivities, celebration, lots going on. You want to have something that's fun. And that's what's so great about this. Only 2 grams of sugar as opposed to traditional sodas that sometimes have 45 grams of sugar, which is so insane. It also has 6 grams of fiber. We're all on this protein kick, so sometimes we need that fiber to balance it out. 6 grams of fiber, which is great. And only 30 calories. Olipop is getting us right for summer, okay? We're all gonna just be so snatched, having fun with our fizzy drinks. It's just so amazing. When I started switching to Olipop as like my day-to-day routine, it is so nice to just, have a little something. and Olipop is great. It's a great alternative for those traditional sodas. I've been enjoying the raspberry sherbet. They also have a blackberry vanilla as part of their new summer flavors. This summer, turn up the feel good with Olipop's drop of the season, raspberry sherbet. It's a bold, bright, fruity, and refreshing flavor inspired by nostalgic sherbet, delivering all the fun of a seasonal treat made with real ingredients, fiber to support digestive health, and less sugar. This drink literally tastes like summer, and it feels seasonal. It feels like summer. It feels like you want to go out by the pool or the beach and just crack open a can of Olipop. So if you want a little tasty treat this summer that's actually good for you, try Olipop. And their new flavors, raspberry sherbet and blackberry vanilla, are the perfect way to kick off summer. So get a free can of Olipop today. That's right. You can buy any 2 cans of Olipop in store, and we'll pay you back for 1. Works on single cans of any flavor at any retailer. Go to drinkolipop.com/Trish for more information. Drinkolipop.com/Trish to see where Olipops are sold. Olipop is available in the soda aisle and with the chilled beverages at thousands of retailers nationwide, including Walmart and Target. Thank you so much to Olipop for sponsoring today's episode. We love you. And I love the pink. It's very our vibe and aesthetic. Thank you for the pink. Yes, they really, it really felt like I was Rue. I was Rue's mom. I felt very much like I was celebrity from start to finish. They do car services. They gave me a publicist on the carpet to walk me. Like it was a key. I loved it. I almost loved, because I remember when they did the press release, I was like, one of the first headshots, like Natasha Lyonne and like all this stuff. And I was just like, oh no. And I remember I panicked for a minute. I'm like, people are going to expect me to be like this main character. So I was like, but I kind of liked that. And I love just being like main character energy. I am the star of Euphoria. You know what I mean? Like it was fun. And the people who were gagged. And people were like, it was everything. And I was happy for it. But yeah, I got to do the photo shoot, the little photo shoot. Remember where all the stars got to do it in that little room and they posted me. And it just felt very good. Hacks as well. Hacks was giving VIP all the way. So it was very fun.
It killed me.
Yeah.
I want to know so badly what you said after. Okay, like I do wonder what your follow-up question was.
I promise I remember that moment. I remember being like, I don't know what to say. Because I remember like looking around at people because I'm like, I was like, because it is one of those things where you're just like, am I going to get canceled for even acting in this scene? Like it was, yeah. I know, there is a follow-up question. I don't know what that is, but we would love to know. Only Sam Levinson has that director's cut, which is the most insane thing to see. But did you see the clip I sent you? Because you didn't watch it last night, but did you see the clip I sent you of Cassie doing the ASMR?
No.
Oh, well, you should watch it right now. I sent it to your Twitter. And sometimes when I send Moses like
Weirder.
sexy girl things, I think he's like, yeah, I sent it on. And you and Oscar are the only people I DM on Twitter because I feel like you guys see it there. I don't know why. But I sent you.
Just never checked.
Wait, can you watch it now? I want to get
Twitter.
your reaction. Because Moses, by the way, loves an ASMR, especially those ear ASMRs.
I didn't even know those were a thing.
Wait, well, you're not a real historian then, because I did probably like 30 ASMR videos with those ears.
No, I was only into your roleplay ASMRs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You weren't
Like I'm
into
never
the ear.
on chat on Twitter. Like it's create a passcode.
Oh, you have to
like,
make the, yeah.
What?
Wait, you don't? I DM you all the time on Twitter. Are you not seeing them?
No.
Sometimes I send Moses like really pretty girls, and he'd be like, "Why are you sending me this?" And I was like, "Because I want to remember for myself. Like I want to remember the outfits." He's like, "Well, send it to you," and I was like, "I
Now the
can't do
thing is,
that."
I'm trying to understand. Usually, she sends me something. It's something about, oh, let's go to this restaurant, or let's get this thing, or something. Like I'm trying to understand what
The
is this
context.
about.
Yes.
And I'm like,
So
I
sometimes
could
I just
not
send like
figure
hot
that
girls.
one out. I was like, okay, what is it?
I was like, "I just want to remember her outfit because I wanted to get it." He's like, well, "Send it to you," and I was like, "No." So this one too, I was like, I wanted to know.
They must have watched your ASMR. Hey, this is the microphone you use. The one with
Are you
the
watching the whole
ears.
scene?
I'm watching now. Oh, yeah. This is literally. We have the same microphone. They watched your ASMR.
And I would do like the ear licking and stuff like that because it is like a trend. I mean, I don't think they got it from me, but I was like, Moses loved. Did I get it for you as like a gift?
No, I got. Well, maybe you got. I mean,
think I
I
got it
wanted
for
the
you.
first one with
Yes.
the white ears. That was mine.
But I think for like your
So-
birthday, I got you one.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I used
You
to use
wanted
it
it.
like to do ASMR, like rain, ocean. It's like ears, and you hear it 3-dimensionally. It's amazing microphones. And then after that, when you did your ASMR, you went and got 2 more.
I love these ear ones. And you could tickle the ears. You could like whisper in the ears. Like, she used it in like a crazy way. That was
But
like,
that's so funny.
I know. I love that they thought of that because I remember at the time I was like, it's kind of like that'd be like a good idea. And then
But also,
they
like
did it.
it's like not how is like that's not how
I mean, it
you.
was giving ASMR.
No, I mean you don't just bang the microphone on your boobs.
You needed.
Bang the microphone with your big bazookas, everybody.
They needed Moses to be the ASMR
sound director,
expert.
yeah.
Yes. He's like, you don't
Consultant.
You would have said that's not how you
This
do
is
it.
not accurate.
It was a wild episode. It was good. I enjoyed it. I know I agree with the sentiment, and also because I'm just like, I don't know. It is kind of like what is happening on the show, but everyone is seated. You know what I mean? I think everyone's kind of like, I don't know what's going on.
I am along for the ride.
Yeah.
If you just like let go of the concept of the first 2 seasons, you know, you just like leave that in the past and take it for something new. It is absurd and outrageous and entertaining, I think.
Yeah.
The first 2 episodes are a little slow, but wedding and on have been a wild ride,
Like,
you know?
What is going on? I love it though. Even when she turned into like the big woman and stuff like that, I was like, I don't really know what's happening, but I like it. And I know the reference, of course, but I'm like, this is all
Didn't really
bizarre.
advance the plot further at all, just to do it. Just for kicks and giggles, you know what I mean? Like,
You think she got paid a lot? I mean, look, I would do it for free. I'm not saying anything like that, but you think because she is such massive and like just such a big star, like, you think she got paid a lot? Because she's getting like all the brand deals, everything. She must got paid a ton for this, right?
I mean, she said that she doesn't really make much from Euphoria, so I don't know. And I do think she wanted to see the character all the way through because she is kind of carrying the season. I think she's the only one 120%
Yeah.
locked in. Everyone else kind of like foot out the door, you know?
Right.
But she is locked.
She
And
is.
it's a sight to see,
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that's also like when I did it with her. I just remember being like, so I guess like, yeah, you're just kind of like, I guess that's what actors are, but she was like so locked in as this character that I was just like, I don't know how to take it because she was saying crazy stuff, like crazy things. Obviously now I know why. I know like what her character is now, but I just remember being like, what is happening? Like, I don't know. I guess I just didn't know. And so it was just a weird thing to like see so locked in. And she's pretty like, not method, but she's pretty locked in. She was like really nice. I saw her in the makeup room and stuff and she was like really sweet. But then like once you're on there, she's like, I'm Cassie. You know what I mean? It was cool to watch. It was really cool. But that was, yeah, maybe I'll come back next season if there is a season 4.
I know Sam Levinson's been hinting that he wants it to go forward, but I just don't know who else from the cast is also on the same page.
Right.
But you are.
Let me know.
I can take over.
I can take over anyone's role. I can do it. I love the ending. I love the ending of last night's episode. I was like,
Spoilers are coming. Ooh, spoilers are coming. Spoiler warning. Get out now. Spoiler alert.
3, 2, 1.
Spoiler warning.
can we do a spoiler or no? Like, do you think she's spoiler alert?
Okay, spoiler alert. No, because in the trailer they showed her with a broken nose, like Rue with a broken nose at some point. So I don't think she's
You're such a detective.
dead. I think they wanted that like fake out moment, but I do think she's still alive. But honestly, anything could happen. They probably have like one cut where she's alive, one cut where
Well, they showed Sydney Sweeney crying and she didn't.
Exactly,
so it's like,
exactly.
do you think, because this is, I don't know, because I don't do spoilers on this show because it's hard for me to even get through the episode. I don't even know the next one. But do you think, they say someone's dying. Do you think it's, some people have said Nate too because he keeps losing all his fingers?
I know at some point you're gonna lose your head. He keeps losing
Yeah.
his digits. So
Yeah.
I kind of think maybe Nate. I haven't like actually seen any spoilers for this season. Again, I'm also just kind of like along for the ride. I'm
Yeah.
also not super attached, except for the girls. I do live for Maddie. And I do live
fierce.
for Jules.
Oh, Maddie and Jules, so fierce.
They're
Their
like my
outfits,
babies,
yeah,
yeah.
They're acting, everything. They're just,
But-
Maddie's so cool. Like, yeah,
Yes.
she's so smart too with the little contract switch up.
She has said though. Alexa Demi has said that Maddie doesn't get a happy ending though. So
Oh, she has said that?
She said that. Yeah, she got asked when the season like press tour happened. I think on the premiere, she got asked like, "Oh, what were you happy with how Maddie's story ends?" And she's like, "Well, it's Euphoria, so Maddie doesn't get like no one gets a happy ending." or
Oh, they
something
all
like
die.
that.
That's how the season continues because
Nuclear
everyone's
bomb,
just dead.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be a nuclear bomb. Would be crazy.
That would be
Would that be
appropriate.
Fallout meaning?
It goes into
That's the
Fallout.
beginning. That'd be everything.
Yeah, the only people who survive is your character. What's your character's name? Trish?
Trish. We decided it was Trish because it was, what was it? It was Talk and Tempt or
Yes.
something. And I was like, he's like, what do you want your character's name to be? I was like, honestly, Trish is fine. I'm in my pink Fashion Nova. I'm like, that's fine. It was my own dress. I was like, yeah, let's
It's
do
like
that.
the Euphoria Cinematic Universe version of
Yeah.
Trish. I can see Trish surviving. Who else would survive? I think Chloe Cherry's character. I feel like she would
Yes.
survive just
Oh,
about anything.
anything.
Yes.
Yes.
Probably Alamo. I feel like would survive as well.
For sure, yeah.
I don't think from the main cast. I think Maddie would actually. I do think Maddie would because she seems like that kind of girl. You know what I mean?
To just get through it.
Yeah. And if she believes it, if she believes she will survive a nuclear war, she will.
Manifest her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it, though. I think
That's it.
But
Yeah.
Rue will become a zombie, kind of like. Walter Goggins.
Well, she
role.
probably won't want to come back.
Yeah.
Zendaya. She's probably over
Sorry,
it.
it will be a mutant zombie.
I don't know if they can do that anymore after the Back to the Future 2, but
But I'm seeing it. I also love that Cassie, like when she was getting auditioning for LA Nights, her character was job applicant 1, and I'm like, this does feel very Trishian.
yes,
in a way.
I'm video podcaster 3 all the time. Everything I am, girl with plastic surgery. Like I just love that.
And
Yeah.
she was elated to be cast as job applicant 1, and I was like, this just I
Of
do feel
course.
the mirror.
Lightly, loosely.
Yeah.
I don't know too much, but yeah, I was giving that. Because that is, I mean, if I was on LA Nights, I'd be so excited to be anyone. I would love to be like a little like waitress back there. I'm just, just happy to be there when
And
you're
the
an actress.
Shakespeare like audition also like kind of
I
tricky.
kind of loved.
Yeah.
I thought she kind of ate. Everyone's like, oh, this was so cringy. But I was like, wait, she kind of ate.
She put her whole pussy.
Yeah, she got serious. You saw her like change into a different
She
person.
was locked in.
Just good.
Also, again, to act as Cassie acting,
Right.
you gotta give the girl her 10s. Like
Yes.
Sydney Sweeney is really acting.
Yeah, it's really you're right. It's such a different
Uh-huh.
thing because it's not Sydney Sweeney. She could obviously probably eat that up.
Yeah. So acting as your character, acting out
Yeah.
a monologue for a fake show.
But insane.
Come on. I mean, she's
Insane.
taking it. What can I say?
Have they won Emmys? Euphoria, not really.
Zendaya has won twice.
But not the. Oh wow. Mm-hmm. She's so good. She's so good. in
Yeah,
this.
she
It's
won
like-
for season 1, Best Actress in I think drama, and then again for season 2, she was like she made history. I think as the youngest Black woman to win the Emmy twice.
How
for
old
that
was
category.
she? Oh, twice.
Yeah, she was. Oh my God, when was
It was
that?
a while
I think that's
ago.
2022, I think.
Oh,
is when
wow. So
the
that
last
was-
time
yeah.
she won. Yeah, she won it in. Zendaya won the Emmy for lead actress in 2020 at age 24, and at 2022 at 26.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so that means she probably filmed the episode, like the season, like a couple years prior, right?
Yeah,
Like if she was
'cause-
20, she probably filmed at 18 or something.
Yeah, right. So she was 24 when she won the first one. So
Oh,
she was probably
22.
like 21 or 22.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And to win it, yeah. She is so good. Like she's such a good actress. Like the last, she's like, oh my God. Like it does make you feel like Euphoria does make you feel so much like 10. I think that's why it's like bad for someone like me because I just feel everything. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like it makes me scared.
I know. I have to look away at some parts because it
Yes.
is like very brutal, I guess. Like the
Yeah.
main stuff. I don't like.
Explicit.
Yeah. And very visceral.
Yes. Yeah. It's a lot to watch, but people love it. And now I'm a part of it. I can't wait to go to the Emmys. Can I go on stage if they win as a cast ensemble? Like I'm there too.
I am so curious how that's gonna go, like the whole Emmy campaign, because I feel like they would want those stars at the Emmys
Right.
because it is like good buzz.
Mm-hmm.
This season is so controversial though, so I don't know. But Zendaya is, even though I feel like she is ready for it to be over, she's not like half. She's still really acting too.
So good.
I feel like it's her best performance of Rue yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she would still deserve to be in the race.
So good. I think they're all good. I think like again like Jacob Elordi, like I didn't know much about him, but I feel like he's really good in the role too. I don't know. Like again, I didn't watch the first like 2 seasons, so I'm not so familiar, but I feel like they're also good. I don't know. I don't like see them. They're also stars, and I don't like see them. Like I don't see like Hunter Schafer or Alexa Nutman. I see them like their characters, you know. And I think that's like the real test, especially when you are so famous. Sometimes you just see people as themselves, but I'm happy to be myself. A little stretch. Will always be myself. I like doing that, but I do like when you can just see the character. I think it's great, but maybe I'm a little biased because they sent me a little hoodie. I should have worn my Euphoria hoodie today. It was hard. Well, I guess I could switch halfway through between my Benihana and
That's
Euphoria.
both, yeah.
Yeah, because they gave me a little Euphoria sweatshirt as a commemorative crew. But what'd you do this week? Are you moved in now?
I thought it would kind of be done, but it's an ever-evolving process.
What happened?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be done.
There's just a lot to do. A lot of things to put away, boxes to go through, and then once you unpack a box, then you're stuck with the box, and you gotta get rid of that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just.
What do? You tear it down?
Yeah, I
Flatten it?
try to like do it myself, like break it down the boxes, and then at my gym is like in the parking lot with the Costco, and I go to the gym early, and it doesn't say you can't throw stuff in the recycling bin, so I bring all my boxes, and then it's a huge recycling bin that is like so tall, so that I'm standing over like throwing it
They
over
have
there.
you on the CCTV.
No, they 100%
We
do.
need videos.
And I get scared. I do get a little scared because I'm like, am I allowed? But it doesn't have a sign that says no dumping. So I'm like, I think I can. And if I'm arrested for recycling, that's actually ridiculous. That's something that would happen to me, but like free me if that's the case.
I don't know. That is a good question, actually. I know you can't do it in your neighbor's trash because I did that once at my house I was renting in the Hollywood Hills. I actually technically didn't do it, but I had thrown a party. And this person that I was seeing at the time, like, threw the trash into my neighbor's trash cans. And then the neighbors came over and were like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like, first of all, I didn't do it, but I also, like, didn't know. And he's like, oh, neighbors shouldn't be like that or whatever. And I was like, okay, so I know you can't throw it, like, in your neighbor's trash
But,
cans.
a public recycling bin, I don't know. If that's a crime, then whatever.
So do you break them down or do you take them as boxes?
I break them down first.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Well,
to fit in the car.
Yeah, exactly. Not for Costco's sake. It's for my own, but yeah.
I remember I had a part-time, I guess, like person like working with me, and like literally the only thing I had them doing was breaking down boxes.
It's a lot of
It was
work.
like
It
an
actually
8-hour
is.
day every day, and he would just like break down boxes when I was at Studio City
I
right
used to
before I
do
met
that all
you.
the time.
Yes, you were not the paid employee, but
No,
you
I'm
would
just
do
saying,
it.
like, I can again attest to the amount of boxes needed to be broken
Did
down.
you do that at the Studio City house where you break
Oh,
them
yeah,
down?
all the time.
That one was crazy. I had a really bad problem there. I would get, not kidding, like 40 boxes, and they would just like stack up like.
Don't worry, baby.
Daily.
We saw it. Like we
Wait,
saw
was
the.
it?
You were like vlogging and hauling just about anything.
Did I? Oh my
yes,
gosh, 'cause
baby. We saw it. The background of you couldn't even see the floor. It was just like box on box on box.
Well, that's what happened. So the main like living room in that house was the Dish with Trish podcast studio. It had the pink couch. By the time we moved out, I mean, it's like so embarrassing. I'm not like this anymore. Literally, there was no podcast studio. It was just like clothes and boxes stacked all the way to the ceiling. Like I didn't even show that towards the end because it was like so embarrassing. We had to get a house because I was like, oh, we have to like move all this. And I think you just probably like moved it with the movers or something. But it was so weird. I had like a really bad hoarding problem back then. I'm like, at least I'm getting stuff out now when new stuff comes in. But that was so bad. But I guess you broke down the boxes. Yeah. And there just wasn't like, I'd have to call like trash pickup like 3 times a week. Like, cause it was just
That
like,
is crazy.
yeah, it was crazy. And I had someone literally like, I say part-time, but he was there like 8 hours a day, but he was there maybe for like a month doing this. And like, it was like a friend. It was someone like I knew too, but he just broke down boxes all day. Thank you so much to Ro for sponsoring today's episode of Adjust. Trish, summer's around the corner. And I don't know about you, but I just want to feel good, okay? It's not always about looking good, although that helps for sure. But we want to feel good. I want to be able to swim and play with my kids and just have overall more energy. And I know that GLP-1s have been like trendy for a long time, but I feel like they're here to stay. And with Ro, they make it so easy to see which GLP-1 is right for you, and everything's 100% online, so you don't have to go to a doctor. Privacy delivered straight to your door. It sounds like a great deal. And honestly, they have a new GLP-1 pill. I think it's like one of the first ones out there, which to me, it sounds less intimidating than a shot. So if I'm going to try one, I'm thinking about maybe trying this pill. Sometimes it's just the food noise that gets us. Sometimes we just want to quiet that food noise, and it's hard. And people who get it, and those who don't just don't. But I know that GLP-1s, I've heard so many testimonies from it. And if you want to give it a shot, why not check out Ro? I might be checking out Ro this summer, that's for sure. GLP-1s aren't just about weight loss. Not only can patients lose weight, but they can also expect to have better lab numbers, more energy, new levels of confidence, and more benefits that go just beyond the scale. Like I mentioned, Ro is 100% online, and you have access to clinically proven FDA-approved medications, free insurance checks, side effect management, dosing support, and more. Ro now offers the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss at the lowest cost around. The new GLP-1 pill has the same weight loss ingredient as the shot and packs comparable results to the shot. It can help patients lose 14% of their body weight in a year on average. That's one daily pill for fewer cravings and feeling fuller with an innovative new formula. The new FDA-approved GLP-1 pill is available at $149 for the first dose, in addition to your Ro membership fee, and $299 for the higher doses. The Ro Body membership includes access to FDA-approved GLP-1s, unlimited provider messaging, side effect management, and more, all for just $45 for your first month and $145 a month thereafter. The Ro membership fee excludes the cost of the GLP-1 medication. In addition to the newly approved pill, Ro also offers a full suite of the most effective brand name FDA-approved GLP-1s, all at the lowest cost. Ro offers the lowest cost GLP-1s, whether you're using your insurance or paying cash. After your first online visit, if you're eligible for treatment, you can expect to start your medication in less than a week if paying cash, or about 2 weeks if using insurance. It's very easy to do. You fill out a survey. They suggest what's right for you. They take out all the guesswork. So go to ro.co/Trish to see if you're eligible for the new GLP-1 pill on Ro. That's ro.co/Trish to get started on Ro. Go to ro.co/safety for box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications based on study in non-diabetics with obesity or overweight plus a rate-related condition with diet and exercise. Thank you so much to Ro for sponsoring today's episode. And it was like yeah, and then I think when he had to go back home or whatever, like I remember just being like, oh my God, I have to do this myself, and I couldn't keep up. But then I met Moses, and I guess he started breaking up my boxes, and then that was
So
marriage
funny.
material.
It is so funny though, because it is such a 180 now. Because even when I was thinking about like what to get you for your birthday, I was like, you are so in your like minimalist.
Yes.
Like I don't want a ton of things like knickknacks or anything
Yes.
era. So I'm like, okay, like it has to be something food oriented because like
so good.
unless it's a Birkin or the Cartier Panther collection, like baby, like I'm not even gonna bother. You know, like
Well, that too. I was like, you don't have to give me anything. Like I was like, and I really mean it when I say it. But yeah, you don't know what has to give me. I know this. I was like, okay, Panther. I like love it. And I was like, this is so random because it's never been on like my vision board or anything. But I was like, I just liked it, which makes it
I
very
liked it.
special.
Yeah.
I did love it. I've seen this. I've seen like people like get it and stuff before, and I was like so excited to get it. And it's like when it comes from you, it's so thoughtful. Then he got me a purse for Mother's Day, and I was like, well, you always tell me, oh my gosh, do you have enough purses? A Dior box comes in, and I was like, what? But I will say, I did a TikTok about it. This is what I actually asked for like months ago from the Dior contact that I had, and they said it was sold out. So when he saw this, I was like, oh my God, did you know? And he's like, no, I just saw it. So
I walked in the mall and I saw it from the window, and I walked again and I saw it again, and then after I got the necklace, I went back in, and the guy that I got it from, he was like, oh wow, you're getting both things gift. Most people just get one gift for the whole weekend if it's a birthday and Mother's Day in
Oh,
one.
right. Yeah,
He was
that's
like,
yeah.
But both people in both stores are like, you're a good husband.
You
I'm
are a
like,
good
okay.
husband. That is because that's like very much when people have like birthdays around Christmas, they kind of get like a lumped present, which by the way, also Mother's Day, I don't think you like ever need to get me a gift for Mother's Day or my birthday really, but because we always say no gifts, and then when you got me one, I was very excited. And then Tana got me these slippers because I always wear slippers for our podcast, so I think I'm gonna wear these out. Can you wear these in public? Can you wear
Yeah,
these to
of
Benihana?
course.
You can
Yeah.
because they have a back, right? So I
Yeah.
feel like that doesn't make it slipper. These are like Von Dutch ones, and she got me a cute little book. No, and she got me a really cute like thoughtful notebook. And then Oscar, I would show you what Oscar got me, but we already ate it. It was the hit in the house.
I immediately knew what it was when I saw it because I saw the chocolate layer on the bottom,
Yeah.
the cake. I was like, that's the one you described to us,
It's
that
my
Darian
favorite.
makes.
You knew right away. I was like, oh, he's like, yeah, I think it's the one that like Darian makes or something. And I was just like, I was napping at that time. I was like napping, so I was like in and out of it. And I was like, oh my God, did you get Oscar's cake? And I think something, yeah, we're home. And I was like, oh my God. So did you go down and get it? Is that how it worked?
So I went down and I had Aquaman with me, and the delivery came in, and right after the delivery, your dad came up. So they helped me get the cake up to the house.
We were eating it secretly at first because I was like, oh, I want to try it. Well, then Elvis, we had both woken up from a nap together. We both were napping, and then she was a little groggy, and then she didn't want to go see because we had a ton of family here. We had like probably like 30 people here, and so she didn't want to go into the party room right away. So I was like, ooh, let's go like calm her down and have a little bit of cake. And so, yeah, we had gotten a cake from Holly. Shout out Holly. And then we got cake from Yaya's cheesecake. And so I was like, ooh, let's do a little taste test of this. And so it was so good because it was homemade too, right?
Yeah,
it was
I wanted
so
to,
good.
like I felt you're also like hard. I know you're gonna have so many food options. So I was
Yeah.
like, I feel like if we really do it ourselves, and Darian does such a good job. I did try to
So
help
good.
him. He does.
Did
you know,
you?
He does kind of gatekeep. So
But
he does. But
your
I was
team.
I was there in the room. Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
and
I was advised. I was helping the transfer once things were ready.
Oh,
so, yeah.
that's a big deal. No, I know. I always offer like Moses' cooking because everyone's always like, well, like when Tana comes, I'm like, oh yeah, he'll cook spaghetti and ziti, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's a group effort. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're partners, so it's like
Have you seen those TikToks where it's like we're both cooking in different ways, and it's like the girl is doing like a TikTok dance, and then her partner is like actually doing the cake. And that's what I was doing.
That's
That
us.
I was doing a little pinky up, and he
Oh,
was cooking
were
in the
you?
background. Yeah.
You should have done a little TikTok of that. Thanks, Darian, too. I did. It was so good because when it's something's like homemade too, I always love that. Like anyone who like homemade like chocolate chip cookies or something. No, but that is so true. When someone like makes something, takes time to do something, has like their special recipe they make for you or something, that means the most. Even Tana, she got me these slippers and like a Balenciaga bag, and I like loved all of it. But then that little notebook of just like handwritten notes and just like a whole journal of it. You'll see it on that love line. But like those things mean so much to me. And then the fact that you like made this cake on my actual birthday was very cool. And the delivery, I just was like, so we ate all of it that night. It was so delicious and it was so good. And was it flan on top?
Yeah, it's called a choco flan. It's like chocolate cake on the bottom and then flan on top. And then Darian added a little dulce de leche on top, the drizzle. Yeah. But he's his own toughest critic because he was mad because he was trying to make it drizzle, but then the drizzle came out wrong. So he was very hard on himself.
It
about
was
but-
so good, Darian. It was so good. I know, and it is like, you guys should have kept like half of it for yourself. I was surprised the whole thing came because when I make a little something, I would do some extra, you know?
Oh, I was tempted. I was like, 'cause it is my favorite dessert. I love when he makes it. And he started his job, so he's like, I'm like, can you make two? Like, can you make us one? But he
Did
was
he?
like, no,
No.
he only made the
Aw.
one.
Thank you.
But yeah,
it was so special.
And it's my fave, so I'm glad you liked it.
You always come up with stuff. I don't know if it was my birthday or was it another thing where you brought Portos
Oh,
one
yeah,
time.
for Christmas.
Was it Christmas? No, but that's what
That
I'm
was
saying.
the
Like
best.
those kind of things, because you have to wait in line for it. It's so far. It's like that kind of thing. Like it means so much because I mean, I get whatever, you know what I mean? But it's like that stuff because I don't expect, and I don't want anything because, like you said, in minimalist era, all this like that. But when it comes from someone, like I like, everything means more. So, but I do love the Cartier and the Dior. Thank you, babe. That was really sweet too. I loved it. And he made me breakfast and everything. And it was a surprise. I was surprised. I didn't even know when you had the time to go to the mall. Were you at Topanga Mall? Like, where did you even go?
So you know what was funny? We went. So I was planning to go there, and then suddenly you're like, "Hey, do you want to go to Sugarfish?" And I was like, "Oh man!" I was like about to go that way, anyways. So we went to Sugarfish, went back home, and then I went out again.
No. Oh, we should have drove
go there.
separately. So that way you were already halfway there.
No, but then you would know I'm going. I didn't.
That's
know.
crazy that you like found the time. He was like decorating the table. The Versace table was cleared off.
Wow, that's big.
That was crazy because I had like bills. I had a bunch of stuff that like we could, because I have an organizer come help me. Shout out Monty, and she always wants to clear off that table with me. But Mo's like, no, everything's there that I know its place, and I can't move anything, and so it's just been there for a long time. And I came down on my birthday, and it was completely cleared off, and I was with roses and gifts and my breakfast sandwich. I was like, oh my god! So that kind of stuff means the most to me. And I don't need a gift. I always say that. I feel like my whole life is a gift. Like I feel like every day is a gift. So it was great, but it was one of my best birthdays ever. It was very fun, low key. My whole family was there. Moses was amazing. You're so good at hosting people. I'm so bad at hosting people, but he was like hosting everybody and like getting all the cakes around every night and stuff. It was really fun. So we had a good time. We had my dad's 70th birthday. We had an Elvis impersonator come. That was really fun. Then Mother's Day was Trish Day. And for my mom, I'm going to take her to Benihana tomorrow. And what'd you do for Mother's Day?
We got brunch at Marmalade Cafe, your favorite.
At Calabasas?
Yeah.
I thought you go there because that's Sugarfish Hi-Ho cheeseburger.
I know, and I was eyeing Hi-Ho cheeseburger. I was telling Darian we really got to try it.
Yeah.
But it was...
It's not a Mother's Day spot.
Yeah, it's not a Mother's Day spot. It was also crazy over there. It was so jam-packed.
Was it?
Yeah, it was kind of a nightmare. It was just so busy. And then my family wanted to see my house, which was overwhelming. I was like, okay.
How was that?
Rambunctious, let's say
Wait,
that.
why?
Because all my nephews were there, and they're running amok, and then they're sitting on the furniture that no one's allowed to sit on. But I'm like,
You don't say anything?
no.
You should put some covers on it.
No.
Block it off or
I
something.
really didn't think about it until it was happening. I was like, okay. And they're chasing the cats
It's a learning
around.
curve.
Ooh.
It was a lot.
Ooh.
It was very overstimulating.
Was it like, so it is put together where people can like come see it and...
It's fairly put together, yeah. There's still like a lot to do.
Were they
but
excited?
Yeah, they're very excited.
So the whole family came over after.
Yeah.
Cute. Oh my gosh, I kind of love that.
I
That's so
know.
fun when you can like show people like, this is my house and I can't wait to see it. Patreon soon.
I know. I still have a lot
Excited.
of preparation though, so I'm glad we're actually
Postpone
waiting
a
on
week.
it. Yes.
But I really
'cause-
want to see it before I go to England because I need to see it. Like that's all I've been thinking about. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see it. For real, I love seeing houses. I love like Ari too. My friend Ari just moved into a house and I was like, oh, I want to see. Like I just want to see like everyone's places because I think I don't know. I just love seeing how people like decorate their space in their spaces and then you get to know the person more. It's kind of like room raiders back in the day.
Yeah,
Remember when
it
they'd
is
go
kind of giving that.
and I could see your backyard because I see it through the thing. I'm like, oh, it looks so nice and peaceful and. The house tour is up though on the Oscar Gracie vlog channel.
Tea in
Congrats!
my house tour. Ugh, I was stressed because I was like, I told the brand I'm posting Friday, and then I was like locked in trying to get that edit done. It was like voiceover. It was rough.
What's this a voiceover? You're on the phone voiceovering
I
it?
recorded into my phone. Yeah,
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. You have microphones and stuff though. You have like a streaming system and stuff, right?
Not at my house. It's at my parents' house. It's all my streaming stuff. I have to move it over at some point.
Are you going
but-
to?
Yeah, the gag is my theme in my streaming room right now is all pink, but I've kind of like evolved and moved past that. So I know.
That's homeowner stuff
Yeah,
right there. It's like
tea.
that's how we were too. I was like, we're gonna do it in neutrals. We're gonna have white and beige.
Yup. Like I am kind of giving that these
Giving
days.
an adult.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Well, I can give you
that's
some
gonna
ideas
come.
if you want. For,
Oh yeah, for minimalism.
for
Yeah.
your stream.
I know. It's so hard. I know. Sometimes I miss a pink, but you can have like one room. Like I love that this room's like my pink room, and I have like a little office that's my pink room, and then guess kind of miss it a little bit, but.
It's still gonna be whimsy, but like a little more mature. That's kind of the vibe I'm gonna try to
I
go
love
for.
that.
But that's gonna come later down the line. But
Fun.
yeah, it was fun to like finally post it. So now there's like context for like via like Instagram story, like the little picture versus like what the room actually looks like. Granted, it was the
Yeah.
empty house tour, but still you get a little bit more of an idea.
Well, Patreon, you'll get the furnished
You got the
one.
full, the updated.
Yay.
Yeah. But it was funny to show my apartment because I've described it. I remember the first time you asked me, like, how much do you pay for rent? And I was like, $1,500. And no one believed me. Everyone's
Yeah,
like,
it
he
was
has to be
crazy.
lying, trying to be relatable. I was like, honey, no. Like, we don't have a washer and dryer. We don't have, like, a walkway. We don't have a garden. Like, we have literally nothing.
garage,
I live in a construction site. Like, there's a pile of rocks, like, for no reason whatsoever. There's holes in, like, the hallway. There's just, like, it's kind of nuts. There's, like,
It's cute on the outside though. They had a little like corn cart and stuff there. I love that little.
Yeah, that was pre-construction. That was yes.
Oh, what?
You
So there
came
was
when it was still
construction.
like kind of put together, but
Oh.
the landlord's son took over. That's why like nepotism. I'm anti-nepotism now.
Okay.
And then they started construction, but then like abandoned it like
Oh, I didn't know.
not even halfway through, like a quarter of the way through. So like our gate doesn't shut because they like built out an extra unit and then never finished it.
Oh my God.
So anyone can like just open the door. There's like literally they dumped like a whole truck of gravel in the back, but like for no reason. Like I don't know why they did that, and they just left it. They broke down a wall and then left it. There's a big hole, like so you can see all the pipes and stuff when you come in, and they just and it's been like that for 2 years.
Oh
So,
my God.
Yeah.
You
I
should
think
have
they're just trying to get everyone out of that building. So
I
they
feel
can...
like
Maybe.
I think they didn't say it was rent control, but my rent never went up, and everyone else has been there for like ever. So I'm assuming they don't pay a lot.
$1,500 in
so.
LA is crazy, and you were in like a good like location. Like you were kind of central to like the malls and like food and stuff.
Yeah, so it wasn't
So,
bad.
they probably
I
could've
did get
gotten-
a little crime. I was getting a lot of like crime alerts, like SWAT team and stuff, quite frequently.
Okay, it was building up.
Yeah,
a
it was
little.
starting to build up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was also relieved to show like, no, like I was being serious.
Yeah,
Like this is what $1,500 gets you over here.
You should have done empty apartment tour. You're moving out one.
I did everything kind of like being packed up, which I think added to the like, wow,
Chaos.
he's really leveling up because
Yeah.
it looks a mess. It did look a mess. It looked crazy, but
I love an
yeah.
empty apartment tour, like when you move out. Like I love showing. Like I remember my beach apartment. I'm like, oh, it's the last time I'm going to see this apartment in the window. And I showed the view for the first time because I never wanted people to know like the
tea.
beach location and stuff like that. But it's so fun. Then you can just kind of show your little area that you're in.
The gag is I still have to empty it out because any furniture I didn't take is still there. So I paid the rent for like May because I knew it was going to take me a while to like get
Oh,
through it.
wow.
Yeah. So I still got to go back. and
That's
finish that.
amazing. I would literally like do the very last day and like have like 24 hours to move. I'm like, all right, gotta hustle and just get everything out of there.
Usually would do that too, but I knew I was going to be so stressed going
Yeah.
into the house that I'm like, if I do both at the same time, I might do something to get me on the news. Should I put myself on Instagram Live or TikTok Live? Like it would be giving that. So I'm like, let me just like give myself a few weeks to get it
Yeah.
together because it is crazy in there.
Well,
right
I guess
now.
like the weekend, like in London, you kind of have that week like
Yeah,
off
tea.
technically since we're like it's pre-filming some. Yeah.
But it is funny, like you said, because when I go back with Darian, I'm very much like, thank God we're out of here. But he's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna miss it. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
because it's like your first place together, right? It was your
It's our
first.
second technically,
Oh,
but the
okay.
first one we were only in for like 8 months, and this was like
Oh, that's a long.
almost 5 years.
Where
so.
were you before?
Northridge, but like it was like a luxury building because it was during COVID and everything was cheaper.
And it went up.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
yeah.
know. I don't know why I thought this was like your first apartment, but no, you had one before.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you move out of your parents' house the first time?
Gosh, the first time I went back and forth. The first time was like maybe 2017.
How old were you?
God, it must have been like maybe 24, 25.
So you stayed through college because they were right
stayed
next to
through
college. Yeah.
and commuted to school. And then once I got my job, I had a roommate and we lived together for like a year. And then
The Target one?
No, I met her at a Taylor Swift like contest, weirdly. And then she moved to LA and I was like,
cute.
oh, like I'm ready to move into an apartment too. So we lived together for a year.
Cute.
And then I moved back home. No, and then I went to my own apartment, lived by myself in North Hollywood for a year.
Okay.
And then moved back home for like until 2020.
Why did you move out so much? Because you would always be so close to your parents. Why did you stay with your parents?
I think because I would live with them for so long, and then even though the commute wasn't bad from like my parents' house to work, it was like 45 minutes, but it felt like
You want to
even
be closer to
longer.
work.
Yeah, I wanted to be closer to work and like also live by myself for like the first time, you know?
Interesting.
But then when I lived by myself, I was like, this kind of sucks because everything's expensive.
I am such an advocate. I think you should live with your parents for as long as you can if you can like tolerate them. Both of my parents, I remember just being like at the time, I was just like, I need to get out as soon as possible. You know what I mean? At the time. Like I remember the day I graduated from high school, I'm like out, moved with my dad, but then I was like, lived with my dad for like 2 months. I'm like out. Like I was just definitely like wanting to be on my own since I was 18. But I do think if you have like a good relationship with your parents, they have a good, nice place to stay, it's close to where you want to be, I think you should live with your parents for as long as possible.
Yeah, I think I just got older, and then I was like, oh, I think because my dad retired, and then so like usually I would have like a couple hours to myself before everyone got home from work. But then my dad retired, so he was around all day. I love him. I'm close with him, but it was like I had no me time. And it's a small house too, so there's no like place to get away.
Yeah, that was me too. I very much wanted like, especially like filming YouTube videos. I just really wanted like my own space.
Yeah.
Because then my mom moved out to California, and it was like great to live with her because again, you like save some money and like split the rent. But then again, I was just like, oh, I could never like. And back then, I didn't even know how to like put clips together, so I really had to do everything in one take. But if like my sister walks into the room or mom walks in the room, I had to start over. And I was like, I would get so frustrated because I didn't know how to edit at all. And I was like, oh my god, now I gotta start this like whole 13-minute all over again. And it was so frustrating. So then I was like, I need to move out again. I really did like living on my own. But like for my kids, oh my god, I would love for them to live with me forever, honestly, because it's like you know where they're at, you're safe, they're cool. You know what I mean? I don't know, if you have like a good relationship with your parents, I think you should stay as long. A lot of like cultures, I know like Persian culture, a lot of my Persian friends, they're like my age and they still live with their, like until they get married, they like live with their parents. And I think like that's kind of everything. And they cook for them.
Yeah, too, I didn't miss that.
Yeah. I think Tara Yemi was telling me about her mom too, like how she cooked everything. And I'm like, why would you want to move out? Like just stay there.
Yeah, T. I think if they had like a house where like each of us had space, I would have stayed a lot longer.
Okay, it's a little smaller.
Yeah, it's so much smaller.
Yeah.
But my house too, like I remember like when I was looking for a house, I'm like, if they need to, when they get, I mean they are pretty old, but when they get to a point where like they can't live by themselves, I'm like, there's also like room at my house. Yeah, so I already had it like planned out.
Oh, that's so thoughtful.
And there's room where like they can be in their own area without like annoying me.
Wow.
So yeah.
I also think like when you're older, I don't know, maybe it's like also because like when I'm like, now that we're in a relationship and stuff like that, like I don't care. I think like back in the day I was like, I need places to hook up and stuff like that. So I was like wanted to be out.
These days are like
Yeah, so it's like, well, we're established, whatever. So when my parents come or when anyone comes to like stay with us, it's kind of like, well, we don't need to be like going at it all the time, you know what I mean? But like for me, that was so important to me. Like when I was younger, as I'm like, I just want to have so much sex everywhere. It just was weird. I don't know. I was very like repressed. I have a conservative dad. Like it was very weird. Obviously, it ended up why I was taking that turn.
Howard of you, actually.
Oh my god, we do have a lot of similarities there. Her apartment, it looked like my first apartment in Hollywood too. It really did. I was like, that looks like where I used to live actually. So there was a lot of similarities, but yeah, stay with your parents. I want to make our house feel like they never want to leave. You know, I don't think they ever do want to leave. Every time we leave, Mel was like, I want to go home. And I was like, we'll be like Chuck E. Cheese. She's like, can we go home? I was like, what? Okay, girl. Like, she loves to be home, and I love that. So stay. You know, my sister was my mom. They seem like they're chilling and kicking it and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's kind of, she loves it too. My sister's like, I love this. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Sometimes I think society's like, oh, you still live with your mom. Or like they call people like, oh, they live in their mom's basement.
Oh, yeah. I
But
do hate that.
if there's a whole basement, I'm going to definitely move in there. I'm going to redecorate it. I'm going to do this whole like lower level will just be all Malibus and Elvises. They can just go and live down here. There was like fridge down there, everything. We'll move the podcast somewhere else.
They have their own like entrance. Yeah, that is tea. Yeah.
It could be really cool for them. But I think about that too, like parents, stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I guess one day they probably will live with us. I don't know how that works when parents get older. What do people do with their older parents when they can't take care of themselves?
I think usually the options are either they go to like a home, like a group home kind of situation.
What's a group home?
I thought you sent them on a boat.
Babe.
Is that a reference or is that
I don't know.
I saw it somewhere when I was a kid. I think I just remember it. They put.
Well, obviously you're not sending your elderly parents on a boat.
in Antarctica?
I guess now it'd be a cruise. We saw that old
Maybe they
couple
go on a
that were
cruise.
on like a 3-year
Realistic options are what?
Like a senior home.
Okay. Assisted
like
living.
Yes.
My mom used to work at one of those.
You like some people get like a caretaker to come to like their home, I guess.
Like every day?
Yeah, like a live-in or something like that. Or yeah, they move into one of the kids' homes. I feel like those are the options, right?
Sometimes those caretakers though, I'm on that side of TikTok. Though people are like mean to the caretakers, but shout out to the caretakers who are like, that's just like it's kind of crazy on TikTok now that I'm seeing it, because they'll like show them like getting yelled at by like an elderly person for like literally doing nothing. They just accuse them of like being whatever, like don't touch me there or something. And then the caretaker's like, it's just part of their, sickness, dementia, whatever. And I was like, God, they really are like angels, really, because it's like how would you just go to work every day knowing this person's gonna like smack you or something like that, and they're just like, and you're like, oh, they're just old and that's fine, and they're just like patient. I'm like, I think I would I don't know.
Me applying to be James Charles' content producer.
Did we post that?
I had to finish editing it today.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't see him post it, and I was like, obviously with the recent James Charles.
Even more topical than ever. Yes.
Yeah, I would. Oh,
For
okay.
Patreon, you guys, I applied to be James Charles' content producer.
Pre
Spirit
him
Airlines.
going pre-Spirit
Yes.
Airlines, because we were kind of like, I think, honestly, this is good. Like, you should
You
post
should
it on
really submit it,
TikTok.
yes.
Yeah, I was really like, this is kind of good, and we'll see what he says, because we forget how awful James Charles is. Like, truly the worst person. Like a horrible human being. And I don't know if I can say that about anyone else, because, you know, there's characters, there's trolling, there's all this stuff like that. But like, he's like an awful human being, disguising, trying to like mask as like a content creator or something like that. I don't know. Like, no, but he's like literally like evil. And but then we forget all this stuff, right? We're doing the thing. And that's why I thought you weren't going to post it. I'm like, maybe he's not going to post it. Because I was like, you know what? This is kind of camp. Because obviously, even that part though, him screaming for like the applicants getting the application wrong, being like, you guys didn't submit a video. I was like, maybe he's being camp. And I was like, oh no, that's him. That's him just being like thinking he's the end all be all of this earth and that people should just like bow down to him. And I was just like, but Oscar submitted to be his assistant, and it was really good. It was a really good video.
Yeah, Trisha directed it.
It's really good.
Yes, and
came up
we
with
kind of nailed it. We did my whole application, drafted the email.
Did you send?
I did not submit the email.
Okay.
Now I'm like,
Maybe not.
No,
He
because
might
send
actually
it
wanna hire
because we
you.
want to see. No, we want to see the TikToks that he's gonna make about this application.
I'm scared. He scares me. For the record, I can actually say this now with no like, oh, maybe later he'll change it. I hate James Charles. I don't think
know why that tickles me so much.
I actually do. I actually despise him more than any other creator. Number one enemy of the show. I'll collab with Colleen, David, Shane, everybody. I'll collab with everybody before James Charles. Like, he's awful. At least these other people try some humanitarian efforts, right? Like, Colleen did a fundraiser for kids for her birthday, and David tries to give people money and cash. Yeah, like, you know, they try. There's some inherently evil in them, but they're trying. They try to balance it out. But James actively does the opposite. He's like, I know I've been caught and admitted to like texting underage boys. I know I've been awful to people. I know I scream at people, but then like just doubles down, triples down. And it's just like shows himself to be actually like inhumane. Like just thinks like, he does not deserve his platform. He doesn't deserve any amount of wealth, but I'm not the karma police, but it doesn't end well. When you are someone who is just so vile and nasty and just thinks that like you shouldn't help your fellow human out, because I've seen the discourse of people being like, well, you know, he could have just not responded. I like want to like up that one and be like, no, like I think that's kind of like his duty to help people once in a while, but not only like, yes, I guess he could have ignored it, right? Maybe he helps other people in the DMs, whatever, and he just chose to, but to also like go publicly like bash this person and just be so like calling him lazy and being like, James, you deserve nothing. You deserve nothing. Like how you got this far is like a mind blown to us all. We're all kind of confused by it, but we're like, okay, you deserve nothing. You deserve nothing of what you have. You live in this beautiful house. You do the bare minimum. You're a nasty person. You're awful. You're also borderline like texting these like underage boys and like what. You're an awful, awful person. So you deserve nothing. But on top of that, the only talent you have is makeup. And it's like, are you deserving of this like all you do is makeup and you get this beautiful house. You get all these nice things. How are you ever telling someone like they're lazy, they don't deserve like that? All you're doing, you're on live with Painted asking for us. You give the bare minimum and people give you so much. You should be giving all your money out to people because it's like you don't deserve any of it. And it's like these people are working hard. You're flying airlines. You're flying all these things like that. It's like I hate him. I hate him. And there's no redemption for him because we saw the real James, and then with the apology, we saw the real James again. And in the comments doubling down and stuff like that. Like we saw how cruel you are to someone who is like asking for help, like last resort, like just like looking for a hand, like, and even when people email me for money, you know, I like donate sometimes, and sometimes people will write back, not often, maybe twice. People are like, haha, I didn't need the money. You just gave me $1,000, whatever. Like, at least like you're trying to, whatever, maybe they did need it, maybe they didn't, whatever. But it's like, help people and help them blindly when you're given so much for doing so little. And James, you're doing the least. You're doing the least amount. You were going to Coachella, VIP, all this stuff like that, and you're doing the absolute least. You're not contributing to society. You're not helping the internet. You're not inspiring others. You're yelling at your fans. You're yelling at people. It's not cute. It took all my might. It's because I had such a good weekend. It was like my birthday. I think Tana said it yesterday. She goes, it's Mother's Day. I'm not going to go into James. I was having such a good flow, but it actually, I think I even texted you back. I'm like, it like consumed me how awful he was. You've done all these things in your past. Obviously, the Kayla Malik situation. Obviously, the armpit situation with boys on Snapchat. Like, there's so much. But now it's just this person who like lost their job, and you belittling them, mocking them, screaming at, like, that's so insane. You are like actually the shittiest person ever. GoFundMe even was like, what's their GoFundMe? We want to promote it. Same. Like, honestly, that person, it's great. If there's one thing people can get and rally around is like a GoFundMe, right? When, especially when someone sends me a GoFundMe, it looks pretty legit, right? Sometimes I was just PayPaling people money and stuff like that, which I still do. But like, if there's a GoFundMe, it's legit. Something like happened to somebody, and it's like for you to just be like, you're late, like insane to me. Everyone rallies around a GoFundMe. Everyone wants to help. People who make just an average salary, below average salary, even those people donate because they'll donate $2, $5 because that's what we do as humans. This world sucks. And like humans just want to help each other out. And I think GoFundMe is like such a good example of that. Whenever I see a GoFundMe, whenever it's sent my way, if Oscar posting, whoever it is, if whoever's posting their GoFundMes, right, even if it's like someone we don't know and you just reshare, I always will, because it's like, that's what you should do as humans. Aside from karma and all that stuff like that, as just like human beings, you should just want to help people, especially when you are given so much and you're an awful person on top of that. Be lucky brands still want to work with you. Be lucky people want to buy your painted whatever you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you should be so, because it could be all taken away from you, and it can be. James Charles, don't ever think.
Once.
Yes.
Let's run that back.
Yes, it's exactly. You can have everything, and we've seen people with everything get it taken away from them, and I don't wish that on anyone. But if you're a shitty human, you don't deserve what you have. If you can't help out your basic person, and like everyone said, you could have just ignored it too. But you know what else you could have done? You could have just shared it. You could have donated. Kylie Jenner shares stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you can just share things. When I try and share when GoFundMe's come along, because everyone's hurting. Sometimes people just need help with rent. You know what I mean? Sometimes, and that's fine too. Like, people, it's just, I think he's just absolutely the biggest piece. There's no coming back. There's no redemption. And I wouldn't say that about any other influencer. Truly, there's not one other creator. I'm talking about the Davids, the Coleens, everyone. I don't think I'm not about like, oh, you should take someone away, someone's livelihood or whatever. I hope they, have financial ruin and stuff like that. But it's like, when you're such an awful person and you show that behavior, it's like, you just are not deserving of anything you have, like, at all. And you could be the most talented, which he's not, but you could be the most talented person in the world, and you still, like, if you're a bad person, you're still not deserving of all your successes, but you're also you're very mid, and your singing sucks. That's it. That's just an added jab at the end, but I try not to come for the pettiness of it all, but also, like, you know what I mean? I hate him. And I think when we were doing that Patreon, I was kind of, once again, you forget, you're kind of like, he's camp, he's whatever. No, he's a vile, disgusting human. And I'm not talking about his looks or his singing. I'm talking about the insides, and he's rotten to the core. And I wouldn't say that I truly, it's so crazy when I think about everyone else that I dislike on the internet, the Mr. Beast, whatever. It's like, no one compares to James Charles, truly. I think he is just in a level of his own after this. I was just like, you are disgusting, because like no other content creator is gonna see that email and be like, wow, someone just lost their jobs. Obviously, Spirit Airlines out, people lost their jobs, and be like, you lazy, why the did you ask me this? Like, insane behavior, which means you're just an awful person. Anyways, you can set up what happened if you want.
You were in a flow state of reading, and I was like, I love when you really like crack open the book and you speed read. You really did speed read James Charles Dickinson. And it was lovely to witness.
I wish I could do like what Jackie did and just go like piece by piece. Or Denisha Carter also did one too, where it kind of like go piece by piece, because it actually like fuels, like my blood boils when I see him physically talking, but I haven't watched it since like Saturday or something. But when it's happening in real time, my blood is boiling. I did want to make a Tati Dumb as Hell style video responding to it, because it was like, I mean, I'm glad I composed myself, because like I wanted to do my old school. I did yell at James Charles back in 2020. Do you remember this? It's like me in front of like bushes, like screaming at him.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I remember, yeah.
And then he kind of clapped back at me. He's like, Trisha Paytas, you were the worst. No, James, I think you've officially won the worst title. Maybe back then we could have gone toe to toe, but you have descended into the pits of hell, honestly. Like, you have now been officially, because he went back, Trisha Paytas is calling out the worst part. I don't know what it was that I called him out for. And I think I apologized at the time. So like, maybe I went too hard on James Charles. I wish I could have gone harder on him back then, honestly. But I knew something intuitively. People always say I'm a little ahead of my time when calling out creators. I think I was a little ahead of my time. But find that clip of me. I don't know what I was saying. Maybe don't find it. But I was in the recording studio and I like step outside and my blood's boiling and I'm like screaming at my phone at James Charles. And then he like clumps back. And it was like this beef. It was like a weird beef in 2020. I don't know what it was, but it's deserving now and I'm glad I did it. But he's the worst, but you can explain what happened, I guess, because I don't know. People may not know out of context.
I know, T. I mean, it does feel like at this point, everyone has kind of weighed in on the Spirit Airlines James Charles controversy, but who are we to miss an opportunity to hate on James Charles? Like, that's what I get up for in the morning. I do live.
And a topic that universally we can all come together. We can all come together and donate to a GoFundMe, and we can all come together and know that James Charles is deserving of every
a negative thing.
Yes. You know what I mean? And look, not inciting hate. He's done it himself. You know what I mean? It's like, this is my opinion, of course. And it's just like, yeah, I think we can all universally agree. In current day, can we always say this, right? Because people love to bring up James Charles from 6 years ago, 4 years ago, 2 years. There's always something to cancel James Charles for in the past 6 years. But it's like, he's consistently and currently doing awful behavior time and time again. Last year was Caleb Malik's boyfriend and being awful. Every year there is something. So then, of course, when you continue to be awful, you bring up the awful stuff that already happened. It's like, if James Charles started like helping people, going to do, building houses for people, just started being a part of something. Even Mr. Beast, right? I think he does those water buckets for people in Africa. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, we can be like, well, you're doing something good. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you're not a great person, but at least you're doing something. He's done nothing and he's doing the opposite. So it's like, at least if he did like a little bit of change, we'd love to see growth. We'd love to see it. And sometimes when he's silent, we're like, well, he hasn't done anything horrible in 6 months. Maybe he's changing. Nope, he hasn't. He's actually still being horrible. So I think that's important to remember when it comes to cancel culture, which I do feel like there should only be so many, right? There should only be so many. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think like every year, maybe get like 1 or 2 cancellations, maybe. But then also like past the age of 25, you need to stop the cancellation and then you don't get any more passes. But I think this is one that everyone universally is like, yeah, this is like, because a lot of people are like, James Charles will never be canceled, but it's like, eventually because he's actually a horrible person.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, keep going. I won't time it anymore.
It's the
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I am so seated for your take on it.
But you're so you're well versed. You're very articulate.
Well, that is kind of the tea. So he went viral on TikTok for posting on his spam account. Again, the timing is very odd because we were just reacting to the TikTok on his secondary account, which almost inspired you to make a secondary account on TikTok as well, asking for a content producer because he ironically was kind of running out of ideas for his own personal socials. Now we know why, because clearly he has no concepts whatsoever. And then he posted his little think piece about a woman who reached out to him for help via email, asking if he could donate to her GoFundMe because she just lost her job on Spirit Airlines. And you kind of summarized his TikTok pretty well. My favorite parts of it were, again, him calling her lazy and also calling her a bitch repeatedly. I'm like, okay, a man, again, because James Charles is a man. He is almost a 30-year-old man, repeatedly calling this woman a bitch. Also, so weird because, again, he could have, the worst thing he could have done, right, is just deleted the email, kept it moving. Weird behavior, because he went on to describe this girl in the original TikTok. He said, "You are white, you are pretty, and you are able-bodied," which then insinuates that he looked this girl up from the name that was on the GoFundMe. Also, because he was like, "Oh, you have never followed me, you've never interacted with any of my pages." Right. So that is so weird. Like, James Charles, you obviously, everyone kind of knows you're a freak, but you are also so weird because why would you take so much time to look this woman up, see that she doesn't follow you, hasn't subscribed or commented on your videos, go and went through her photos to see what she looks like, check to make sure she was able-bodied? Like, that is so weird. And then to go and make the little TikTok, there's so many layers of weird behavior in this TikTok that is like, what the hell is going on? And also, we reacted on Patreon to his Coachella vlog.
Oh, right.
And in that, I mean, it's funny because we talked about in that, like, he's getting so egotistical and like into his own head. And this is what happened, ironically, again, the anniversary of Bye Sister. Like, everyone was seated for the demise of James Charles back in 2019 because he had gotten his head so big and he just thought that he was that girl and nothing could ever happen to him. And that's why everyone was ready for something to happen and for him to get humbled. And that's why everyone was quick to like unfollow, unsubscribe, because he was his own worst enemy. And on the anniversary for all this to happen, not lost on me. Like, that is fierce. And also, it was just the anniversary of him having to apologize for Kayla Malik, like the same week, a year ago.
May is not his
May
month.
is not his. It's also his birthday month, I think. But
that is so.
I know.
Well, that is so interesting you say that, because. And you're right. I think that's a very important thing to know when you're like your own worst enemy, right? There's people get canceled for like, you know, tweets they made, jokes they said, beefs they've had, but it's constantly him saying all this stuff. There's like no one even like coming for him. Obviously, all the stuff with like the boys and stuff like that, like. And he admitted, by the way, I feel like a lot of people like forget that too. Like, he's admitted to all this stuff like that. Obviously, the Kayla Mack with the boyfriend coming out there. Like, he is like this like sneaky snake. And it's all stuff that he proactively does. It's not like he's like this victim, which he tries to portray himself like actively does. And I think that's just important to know. It's like he's the one doing it. It's not like anyone's like trying to come for him. It's not like, you know, a Taylor Frankie Paul where it's like, oh, all the success, and all of a sudden it's like, let me bring up this moment, or, you know, trying to poke him and get a reaction. It's like he's doing all this stuff. Like, this person was just asking for a thing, which, by the way, takes a lot for someone to like set up a GoFundMe. It takes a lot of like, it humbles you. It's all stuff. It's like takes a lot of courage to put that out there, to ask for help and stuff like that, because obviously Spirit Airlines closing was like a big thing. It's not an easy thing to do. So people already feel maybe embarrassed to already ask for help. And so to on top of that, do this. And like you said, go and actively like seek this person. You see now that it's a real human being, that this like a real thing. Like you're verifying all this stuff like that. And it's like, oh, but because she doesn't subscribe to me or support me, like she doesn't deserve to be helped. She's a bitch. The bitch, right? I forgot about that use. That also pissed me off. See, that's what I'm saying. I gotta watch
multiple times.
Like, and you know what? Like, in the past, I think we kind of like could maybe look at James Charles and be like, well, he probably has a lot of insecurities, right? Maybe, obviously, maybe people weren't nice to him growing up, and it's like, you know, the way he presents himself and stuff like that. So I had a little empathy, right? Like, there's some anger inside, but there is obviously a lot of anger and a lot of issues inside that, like, at this point, you are past the age of 25. How old is he?
I think he's like 28, right?
28.
He's turning 27.
He's turning 27. So you're past the age of 25. You're gonna be 27. It's like, now you need to like get help for whatever. I'm sure there's issues that plague you. I'm sure there's trauma in your life, because all this anger and calling people bitches and like there's obviously, you have issues. You have deep rooted issues, I'm sure. But it's like, now it's your time to like get help, because you are now being a menace and destructive to like not just the internet, but like honestly society, like the human race, really. And it's scary to watch. And it's like, and we talked about this, I don't know if I talked about this with you or maybe with you, I think I was talking about, like, he does have like a good like family life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we talked, because when this happened, I asked her, like, he acts like somebody that doesn't have parents, like doesn't have any guidance in his life about
But they're like
behavior.
so supportive of him.
And then she told me, like, no, he has parents. He actually has like
that he always says is really supportive and all this stuff like that. So it's like, because I think you knew like the Tati situation, how he was like thinking of her like a mother. So I think you like knew that. But he does have parents, and he said they've always been supportive of him. So it's like, and he has a brother that was like supportive. So he has like family. So this is like, there is some like deep root, and it's also kind of scary, because when you start calling like a random person you don't know like a bitch constantly, and so like
like with hatred.
It's scary. It's giving like, it is giving like psychopathic tendencies, at least, because it's like, why are you being like that? Why are you saying that?
And like, he said it was like through his DMs. Like, why are you still at this point going through your DMs like that too? Like, there's so many layers of like weirdness at your.
Well, we know why he's going through the DMs.
Well, yes.
He's like, we know why.
Yeah, like, why are you of all people?
If it was a young man asking for help, he would be flying him over in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, suddenly you're the expert at shooting your shot via DM. So all of a sudden you're mad
Right.
at this girl for shooting her shot on DM?
Yes.
Like, you're the pro at this. She learned from you.
Yes, exactly.
So what is your problem?
and who cares? Like if she copied and pasted, I mean, people. It's like,
But she didn't. He said in the apologies that he just made that assumption.
The whole thing, he's just assuming.
No, his apology is worse than the video, because in the apology he admits, first of all, he was like, this thing triggered me. Like, so he admits to just reading something like that and getting triggered. I'm like, okay, that's first issue.
Like, how does
weird.
that
And then he
trigger someone
admitted to
asking for
making
help?
that assumption that she copy pasted, because she didn't. That was not.
And then, did you see both apology videos?
No, I saw the one that got deleted.
Influencers are all so out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know how hard it is in the job market these days. Oh my God, give me a fucking break. I am out of touch, first and foremost. Okay, I am never going to be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor so I can come across as relatable to my audience.
Because he did. Okay, so I hadn't seen the deleted one. I did when you had texted me because you had said, okay, I had just seen the third apology video or the second apology video, I guess. Yeah. So you saw the one because was he like shirtless in bed? Was that the one you saw? Do you remember?
I think so.
Because that was the first one. That was the one where he was still like just
It was
doubling
definitely
down.
the first one, because the whole thing, I was like, this is not an apology. This is just you going further about why you acted, the way you acted. Like, this triggered me, and I made assumptions. But the thing was even worse.
The triggered one was his apology.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying the apology was worse to me because
the first apology
admitted.
was
Yeah, no, that was the second apology is what he's saying. He's saying that's the final apology. There was a
Yes.
first apology that was worse. No, because the second one was bad too. The second one is what I saw, and I was like, well, this is not an
It still
apology.
sucks.
The first one, he's still yelling at everyone.
Yeah, he said, I am standing 10 toes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he...
Oh.
Yeah, so there's so many layers to it again. So after it went viral and it was starting to get coverage, I think like BuzzFeed had wrote an article about it, and a couple other places like were picking it up, but it was pre-Jackie Aina responding. So that apology was, I am standing 10 toes down, that I still believe in what I said. He said, people think that I'm out of touch. Yeah, I am out of touch. I will not be one of those influencers that sits here and pretends to be poor so I can be relatable. That makes me sick. You guys know how much money I have. And that was his apology. And then in the comments of that it keeps getting screenshotted and shared, was like, someone said like, girl, you could have just said sorry. And then he replied to that, I'm not sorry. And that was the first.
So you didn't see that one?
No.
That one was deranged.
Oh my God, you just saying it, just like reciting it, like makes me. That makes
I
you
thought it was AI. I'm like dead. I thought it was
Yeah.
AI because it was so
like,
crazy.
Who would? Once again, James, it can all be taken away from. It can all. You're not gonna have to act it one day. Like that's what's so. Like your entitlement, your not willingness to help others, that is insane to just think like, because I have it, I can talk however I want. I don't have to apologize. Like everyone is telling you you are dead wrong about this. That like how like what like, and the fact that you like that you said stand on knows that it's not about being relatable. Where no one's acting you to act poor. They want you to act rich. And you know what? Give your money, donate your money. Like that is what part of it is does. Like when you get money so easily at that, it's like that is part of your duty, and that it can all be taken. And I don't want anyone to ever forget that. Like I know it's so many people I know. It comes, it goes. To have that entitlement to think like you like I will never be in this person's position. You know, I hope you're not. I hope you're not like on TikTok live one day like begging people to send you like roses and stuff like that. But it can all be taken away just as quickly. And it actually makes me sick that you have that apology, because I saw that one that you said, Moses, that apology, and I remember even thinking that too. I was like, well, this is like not an apology. Then when I saw that one where he's like, I stand by it. And all the comments too, that he stands by it. That shows the person you are. That shows the person you are. And then obviously when Jackie clapped back, and like again, she never does. Not even clap back, just was like, you're a dumbass. Like, you know what I mean? Like the same thing, just telling the truth. And that initial response, oh my God, you have to watch it, because there's also like him in bed, like just like shirtless, like thinking once again that he is just above everything and everyone. The comment section, you guys can't cancel me. And you know what? I've seen a lot of like TikTok creators say like, yeah, he's kind of uncancelable. Like, no, he's not. No one's uncancelable. It's like you do enough bad shit. It's like it's gonna get you. It's gonna get you, and it's insane. And we saw that's what I'm saying. There's no coming back from this, because that response was that's him. That's really him. And even the one that's like, I don't know if it's still up. Is the second apology still up?
I think the second one is still up.
So
yeah.
even that is like, Yeah, because he was trying to explain. He was trying to have people empathize with him. Well, I get triggered by these things, and I'm this, and I'm not a bank
What exactly
account.
about poor people triggers you is what I want to know. If
Yes.
the worst part of your job in which you make millions of dollars a year
Mm-hmm.
is that sometimes you get DMs from people that you have to go out and search for, by the way, because you
Yeah.
have to go into not your first inbox, not even your second inbox, the third inbox when you're that big of a creator and really go
Mm-hmm.
through and trigger yourself. So like you are responsible for your own triggers.
Exactly.
And if the most stressful and annoying part of your job is that sometimes strangers will ask you for money, baby, count your blessings because everyone else is going through it way more than you. And
Yes.
again, it's like he said in his the real, I guess, apology video, he's like, I just get upset when people don't have the make it work mentality, like because I'm a hustler and I had to make stuff. Baby, you got lucky at 16
got
years old, and
lucky.
also your parents were well off. You lived in a lovely home.
Yes.
You had a lovely family. Like you weren't out here. Why are you trying to pretend you're out here struggling? You make it work mentality. You got lucky, and
got
you've been
lucky.
making millions since you were a teenager.
And you continue to get lucky, by the way, by escaping all these cancellations. Like, luck does run out at some point when you are a person. It all catches up to you. And that's the thing. You got lucky. And what do you mean make it work? The whole airline shut down. Was that her? Oh my, I'm so sorry. Like, oh, but she probably had this like job at the airline she thought was good. The whole airline shut down. What was the other thing that just like shut down and gave like no one's notice? There was like another big company that just like shut down completely and no one. Oh, was it Access Hollywood?
Yeah.
Access Hollywood. Like, it's like these things shut down so quickly. Everyone loses their jobs. They don't know like where
and then
to
the
go.
job market is flooded because you have 100 people who have the same skill set as you, and there's not as many openings as there are people who need work.
Like that it's like the economy sucks. Like to the make it work mentality is crazy. She lost her job. You have no idea what her situation is like that. It doesn't even matter. Even if she's just by herself trying to make it by, she's just trying to find. It should be, honestly, when people send like DMs or anything like that, it should be like an honor and a privilege that you're able to do it. Like, I always think like, oh my God, the fact that someone's like asking me, I also know takes a lot of like humility. Even at my shows, I remember someone came up to me and was just like, you know, I don't have money for like my son's bed, stuff like that. And I know, I can see it in their face. So, like, I feel so embarrassed to ask this or whatever like that. I know how hard it is. I've had to ask for money. I've had to do lots of things for money that I'm not proud of. And it's like, it can be an embarrassing thing for people. So like when people already have to ask that, it's like, that's already such a step, and then to go ahead and mock it. But if you have the means, I think if you have the means, a lot of people like, he could have just ignored it, whatever. I'm like, if you have the means to like give a couple $100s to someone, it's like, why wouldn't you do that? Especially if you already opened the DM. To me, that's like, oh, we've had a connection. It's like when I had the email, right? The Trish food for you, and there was thousands. But I'm like, okay, if there's one that I opened, of course I'm gonna like pay that because of the thousands I opened this one. It's like meant to be. Same thing with your DMs. Okay, there must have been a reason you had to open that, right? And maybe it is. Maybe now that girl's GoFundMe, I don't know. Has she come? She probably hasn't come public.
I don't
with
think
it.
so. And he said he wanted to reach, again in the second apology, that he was trying to reach out to her, but he lost the DM and said, if you see this, please reach out to me again. Girl.
No, don't. But like reach out and like a GoFundMe. Well, everyone's gonna be flooding that GoFundMe and.
No, he
Piece of
knows.
shit.
I mean, he checked every aspect of her. If she
Yeah.
follows him, DM'd him, all that.
Yeah,
So
he probably
has-
remembers her username.
Even
Yeah,
in her
uh-huh.
search, she's there. It's not like
That's the thing too. Again, in the Coachella video that we reacted to, like there was a big moment that we were like, ew, because
Mm-hmm.
he bragged about like not tipping the yeah. So he brags about this kind of behavior. There was a moment where he ordered some nachos or whatever the hell, and he was like, $37, I'm not tipping this. And he literally kept it in the video,
Yes.
zoomed in on the little machine and said tip 0 to these
What?
two girls who are making his at first I'm like, oh, he just got a water bottle. I still thought that was tacky. I'm like, I guess if he got a water bottle, whatever,
Yeah.
it's still kind of tacky because I know damn well you can afford the little tip.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got his plate of nachos, a big plate of nachos, and he wouldn't tip. And again, you are a millionaire who literally is bragging about spending $15,000 on your mansion Airbnb in the Coachella Valley, and you can't even tip these two girls making your nachos.
Which, by the way, they don't control the,
The prices.
prices. They don't have a food cart there. They're like making their own nachos where they buy their own ingredients for $1 and are charging you $37. Like, what do you mean? These people are out there like, that's why they're working. That's why there is a tip there. And also a piece of shit, yeah, if you have the means, I don't care. And I know people have their own issue with it. If there is a tip option and I have the money to, I'm going to tip. If it's a roundup to St. Jude, if it's on Domino's, there's always roundup to St. Jude. If it's a roundup, do you want to help the kids? Like, you should always be saying yes, but much less you're at Coachella and these two people are like, they're literally doing a service, right? I guess the people can argue like, even people make your drinks, I still think is a service, but like, oh, like, why am I tipping someone if I'm picking up my own food? Well, they put it together for you. And this is Coachella. It's like, oh, you just spent $37 on nachos, but you can't give like $5 to these
Yeah.
like
He was
girls.
flown for free in a private jet
Exactly.
to go there.
Oh my God.
And you don't order food without thinking about it ahead of time. When you order food, you think about the tip in that. You think about, okay, how much is it going to cost? How much the team is going to be? You don't order food and then as an afterthought, you're like, you know what? That was expensive to my taste. I'm not going to tip the person that doesn't decide how much it costs.
Yeah, and also he's not even thinking about that. If the nachos were $57, he would have paid for them. So it's like give that extra $20, like because he's not even thinking about that either. Because it's like he has obviously the money to like do it. He really, like you said, made a point in the video to just show how like that is. You're so right. When I think about that, the fact that you left that in your vlog, in your Coachella vlog, where you, like you said, you're bragging about, make it such a good point. You're bragging about the house, about everything, like how much you. He's like, I pay all of my employees so well. It's like, but these girls you can't tip. And he made the point to show, like you said, the $0.
Yeah, he zoomed in on it. It was like a big talking point, and like he's
Ugh.
in the same vlog too when he's talking about how much he spent on the Airbnb, and he complains about like some of the amenities not working at this $15,000
God.
Airbnb. He's like, he has this quote that I saw on TikTok, and that's what made me want to watch the vlog to hate on it. It was like, I know that like everyone has different financial situations, and like people don't like when I talk about money, but like I paid $15,000 for this Airbnb, and like it was freezing cold when I woke up, and
my
the
God.
heater wasn't working, and I'm like, girl, you are actually a dastardly sick human being.
You're
and
sick.
again, this is really him because he brags about this behavior, and ironically, he made a TikTok similar to this Spirit Airlines one a couple months ago where he talked about how he gets annoyed when people send him GoFundMes, but I think it kind of flew under the radar because it was like more general.
Oh, I didn't know.
I didn't know either. I saw it come up. Like someone
my
said, this
God.
isn't the first time he did that. And they ran this other one back where he complained about getting sent random GoFundMes and getting asked to donate, but he didn't like specifically like address it to someone, where this was like kind of a specific person.
That's crazy
So-
because a GoFundMe is like a step where I get emails and be like, here's my PayPal, here's my Zelle, or whatever like that. So you kind of don't know, but like GoFundMes usually have like a story, they have like a picture, like it kind of is like a thing that they're sharing around to other people because they need it, right? Like a GoFundMe is like there's thought into it. There's this. It's never just like a random person asking for money. Like there's usually like a little thought into it. So to be annoyed that people are sending you like GoFundMe. It's one thing for people to be like, send me $50, whatever, which again is like, whatever. I mean, you can send it or don't, but it's like a GoFundMe is like this thing that's like structured and there's like there's an actual like story behind it. I don't know. It's just all of that. And you know, he said he was out of touch in his first apology video. He said he was out of touch, and it's like, there'll be something that like just humbles him, and it's obviously finances are like a thing that's obviously his trigger, and also something that he just thinks he's owed and entitled to. And it's like something financially I just think is like, I don't know, that humbling is going to come harshly, and it's not okay. And if it's not financially or whatever, it's like there is something that just universally there's a way of this humbling people, because it's like we're here to help each other. We're here to help people. And it's one thing to like whatever, like spend your money as you want. It's another thing to like also like taking it away from people, like girls working for tips and stuff like that, to be like so disgusting and so arrogant about just being like, I'm not even tipping for this. Like, okay, so you're an asshole. You're an awful person. Like you're right. And we let it, it's so funny. It does just go under the radar. I think because it's James Charles and people just know him as being just a lunatic and stuff. And I think it's just like people, oh, it's James Charles. But I'm glad this one did, because it is, again, it's like, it's a humanity thing. There's so many things to cancel James Charles for, but it's like you're kicking someone when they're like down, and so many people are in that position. And it's something that nobody should ever have to go through. And I also hope that James Charles doesn't have to go through it, but it's like, maybe you have to go through that to like appreciate what you have, which he clearly does not.
Yeah, and I think too, just like how hateful it was. Like it was just like
The anger
and like the diction and the word choice, like the way that he talked about this stranger he doesn't know, who he made 100 assumptions about, and like made up a scenario and a backstory in his head that probably isn't even true.
Insane.
And then it makes you think, wow, so you look at every other person who is like unemployed or struggling. Do you see people who have little signs on the street who are asking for any kind of donations, and you think, ugh, I hate those people? Like that's what I'm thinking of. I think he literally hates anybody who cannot benefit him financially or like culturally or just like in the status quo. Anyone who cannot benefit him in any way, he does not care about you, or sexually. If you are not a tall, lanky white boy, he does not care about you. If you are a woman, he does not care about you. If you are
Well, I
not
think he
buying his
hates you.
painted palettes,
hates you.
And I mean, that's the message he showed. And then clock it again, because the time he really did the thoughtful apology, the one he kept up, was after the Jackie Aina TikTok went viral, where again, it's a woman who's in the same sphere as him. I also, not lost on me that she's a black woman, and James has like a history of being racist. I mean, at 17, he was making jokes about Africa, not wanting to go to Africa. So that was kind of his first scandal. So that's also not lost to me. It's a woman who is in the same field, who also has a successful business, who broke it down very eloquently, and is someone who could like actually hurt him, you know, like actually affect him. Kind of like, I mean, it's similar level to like a Tati, you know, like doesn't have the same relationship, but the same like status of Tati at the time and influence. And then that's when he actually, and in his apology video, they use that sparingly, but the one he kept up, like he kind of uses the same verbiage that Jackie used.
Exactly. What was it? It was something, oh God, it was...
He talked about how like it was immature. I could have just, it was unnecessary.
Right.
I was privileged and obnoxious and rude.
Right.
Yeah. So
he used almost like an exact phrase on hers too. And it was like so everyone's like, oh, you clearly watched the Jackie video.
Yeah.
Which... It's actually, it was even better that it's coming from Jackie, because Tati, people could say her feelings were hurt because of the sugar per hair.
Personal motive, yeah.
Like Jackie said, she doesn't comment on things. She kind of like stays in her own lane, and she does it. I followed her for so long. I like love her. I love her whole aesthetic. I love everything about her. And yeah, she rarely does. I mean, I think I can think of maybe one other occasion where she's like talked about another creator, but like again, articulately and stuff. Like James like yells and whatever, the way she like came across and like has the, like you said, they're both in the beauty industry, not the same people, but I think it had so much like you said, there was, you said it earlier, where it's like he doesn't care unless you can like kind of go toe to toe with him like financially or impactfully.
And the status quo, like I don't think he cared when it was the TikTokers who were like commentary creators with a few thousand followers making these TikToks, because literally in the one he deleted, he's like, oh, these TikTokers with their think pieces using clips of me, and I don't care, I'm standing 10 toes down. So like he didn't care when it was smaller creators, but then having someone on the same level as a James Charles, again, who is like doesn't really get involved in this stuff, because I think even if you did it, he wouldn't care.
Of course, no, of course not. Yeah,
but Jackie, like she's very like she's just the same sad. Like I feel like that's kind of what he wants to be with Painted, because she has her own business, you know. So, and she's in Sephora, so I think he sees that and like that's what he wants to be professionally. So he's like, oh, now I need to pivot. Yeah,
you'll never be, and you never will be. You will never ever be, especially after this. Like you will never be that. Is he in Sephora? No, he's not in anything. No. He's not in Ulta. He's not in anything, right?
No, he was in Morphe, but those doors are closed.
Exactly,
you know?
Those doors are closed. Not even getting a CVS or something, like nothing. Like you are nothing, and you will never be. And why? And that's an interesting point, because I am shocked, because so many influencers have been able to transition into like a Patrick Starr's and like a Sephora, and like has Jacqueline Hill been in Sephora? No, maybe not her. But anyways, but people have transitioned, and I'm kind of surprised he's never has, because he does have like a massive fan base. But again, I think that's just maybe like universally a way of like humbling him, because it's like you'll never be that, and especially now you'll never get elevated, because people, the internet is forever, right? We've all learned this, obviously. I know it's awful, and it's like, yeah, you'll never, because you are consistently being this is what everyone's gonna see. This is what the headlines are. It's literally the headlines, and it's recent. It's 2026, right? Who's gonna want to work with this? Nobody in 2026 wants to be around someone like this, and you'll never be any of the people that you look up to. And you're actually just lowering yourself more and more. Like you are the trash. You are lower than any of the people that think are beneath you. Like you are the trash of the internet, and it's out there forever. And yeah, I even that second apology was just like not an apology. It's like no one feels bad for you. Like just say,
and put a damn shirt on, stand in front of a light,
yes,
and sit your down and give a real apology. That's how I know like his publicist or whoever was like, girl, you need to lock in and say something, because he did it like in his bed laying down. So both apologies, like being shirtless, like you're again a grown man, put a damn shirt on, give your 10th apology video, and like act like you mean it, honey, because
we don't even care anymore though,
well,
right?
Take action. I mean, we don't care what you say, it's just take action, make up for what you did.
Well, but he does, well, he hasn't, like every year, every 6 months it's something, and it's like
I'm saying in this case, help the person, like do something, do an action that shows that you think differently about the situation.
Yeah, that's like the bare minimum.
At least, I mean, again, for James Charles, whatever. But like last year with the Kayla Malik situation, where he was like colluding with her abusive ex-boyfriend, he at least made a donation to women who were victims of DV.
Okay,
right?
so that was
something. So it's again
After he got called out,
After
but
he got
yeah.
called out, yeah. So, but that was like his PR spin. I don't know if at this point he just feels like he's uncancelable and like really does not give a because this time he's really not doing anything, right? Like it's not like he went like, yeah, I'm gonna make this right and donate X amount to whoever. This time it was really like, oopsies,
Right.
I was caught. The backlash made me rethink. That's what he wrote in the comments. Like, oh, now that I got the backlash, like it made me rethink my stance after I said I wasn't sorry. I was like, girl,
Twice,
be
yeah.
serious.
You said it
brag
twice.
you've been bragging about this behavior. You think you're better than everybody. You think your wallet's fatter than everybody else's, and you don't give a about anyone.
It's not
Yet
forever.
you don't tip people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
All of it will catch up to him. It's all bad behavior. And yeah, thank God someone called him out. And like you said, like, because that's the only time he'll listen is like what he thinks is at someone's level. I think she's so above him, but I feel like he thinks like they're like in the same because they're like, whatever. So I think that's the only reason he listened. Otherwise, like you said, he did not care. And he said that. He said he didn't care.
Yeah.
So anyways, you're awful. We've always hated you, so. And now I can say that with conviction because, I tried not to. I'm like, well, maybe they're going through something, maybe they're this. But it's like, no, that's just a horrible person that we see time and time again. And this is the lowest. I think this is the lowest. I think there's just like not any lower you can go. And it wasn't a troll. And it wasn't any of that because he, like you said, he said 10 toes down and he stands by it. So. You're the worst. I don't know who the fans are left, but maybe he just keeps getting like new, like they're like born, like so like like the people like the babies now. Then when they're like 13, they find James Charles like we love him or whatever, and so maybe that's it. Like
Yeah, I think that's a part of it. Also on YouTube, he gears his content towards, I would say, like tweens, teens, because it just skews young with like the concepts and everything, like buying dinner from Facebook Marketplace. Like he does these like kind of like trendy, gimmicky things.
I see.
And it gives like I'm not gonna say YouTube Kids, but it gives like tween vibe. You know what I mean?
See, yeah. Like
so I think that's why like the people who are like, oh, there's nothing wrong with this because James, they're just kind of like going with whatever he says. So if he's saying there's nothing wrong with this, like, oh yeah, people shouldn't be begging for money. They should go out and work. I think it's all kids who have no concept of working. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And what an awful influence that is to like that you do have that influence over people and the like. That's what they're learning. I think it's, he's awful. Oh my gosh. The whole thing made me sick. That was like the worst. Oh my God. Yeah. You know what? I was having such, I still have good vibes. Just this little pit stain of James Charles out there is just like the worst, but, anyways, what else?
Mr. Beast also had a birthday. Everyone.
Wow. There's a
a
lot
lot of birthdays.
Oof. There's some good Tauruses and there's some bad Tauruses. The females are all great. I don't know about these men. Mr. Beast, when's his birthday?
I think his was May 8th.
No, that's my birthday. No, we don't have the same birthday.
Oh, no, sorry. His is May 7th. I did think you guys have the same birthday,
Oof.
though. Him and Adele have the same birthday, though.
Okay.
Yeah, because Pop Bass tweeted on May 7th, Mr. Beast turns 28. And then they also tweeted for Adele, happy 38th birthday to the iconic Adele.
Okay. We're the same age.
I know, they're the same age. One day apart.
I love that.
The Emmy,
Wow.
16 times Grammy, and Oscar-winning vocalist is one of the biggest forces in music history with numerous records to her name, including one of the fastest-selling albums of the 21st century. She is one of the best-selling and most acclaimed artists of all time. And then Mr. Beast quote tweeted that and said, I find it funny how different these two tweets are, comparing his tweet from Pop Bass to Adele's.
What was his?
oh my
Mr.
God.
Beast turns 28.
He's
Wow.
always
He is so
comparing himself to everyone
He
else.
is like the world's tiniest violin. Like he always wants to be a victim. Weirdly, like you guys, you guys have more money in your bank account than me. Why does Adele have a better message than me? I don't know. Maybe because Adele's more accomplished than you, honey.
Right.
Like what?
Did we learn nothing from the Caleb Heron tweets? Like, let's stop tweeting. Like, what the hell? Like, that's so weird.
So
He's
weird.
weird behavior too. Him and James Charles should collab. Maybe he's in the new thing. At least Mr. Beast does some good. You know what I mean? That's good. That's what I'm saying. It balances a little bit, but you're
Yeah,
weird.
because Mr. Beast also an egomaniac and also has a weird kind of victim complex, despite being like the most successful YouTuber like in history and also like the richest. But at least he tries to help.
Yeah, right. He puts some.
Half the
He has
time,
people
yes.
helping him at least put money to the right places and stuff. Is there any females that are egomaniacs like this? I'm trying to think like female influencers.
Colleen, but
She masks a little better. She does disguise
exactly.
a little better. I think we like saw it and then we're like, ooh, okay. Like at least she mad. But yeah, she
Yes.
is. She's probably up there as far as like like not good inside. She's definitely rotten to the core. But yeah, maybe her. But Damn, not very many. When you read the Adele one, I thought it was also could be my bio. I was like, wait, that sounds like
your
me.
tweet on the 8th, yeah.
I was like, wait, I just copy and paste it. You should do it. You should copy and paste it. We missed it though. It was May 8th.
I'll
but-
schedule it. I'll
Okay.
schedule a tweet for next year.
Okay.
Because maybe you will have the Emmy. I mean, you very well could have the Grammy at least. Even if it's
Grammy?
not a song, audiobooks are eligible for Grammy.
Ooh.
So that might be.
Oh my God, really? Mm-hmm. Would love that.
So you have an in. If not for a song, like I don't know if your K-pop song will get in there, but at least the audiobook might.
You know what's so funny is I wasn't thinking about this. Obviously, I just love my kids love K-pop music, like all kinds of K-pop, not just like Demon Hunters. They listen to a bunch of girl groups, and I was like, oh, I want to do one for them because it's like catchy and fun or whatever. And then when we watched the Deborah Vance episode where she did the mariachi to get her Grammy, I was kind of like, oh, maybe there's like a niche category, not to take away from all these the real K-pop artists, but maybe there's like a niche like first time K-popper or something like that I could get the Grammy. I was like, that's kind of smart.
favorite first K-pop.
Yeah. They make up one.
First white person fan favorite K-pop singer.
Not speaking Korean singer. Like, you know what I mean? That would be like a category that I could be like sneak in, like that would be cool. Because I saw her, I was like, well, it's kind of a smart idea actually to get the Grammy for it. But maybe the audiobook might be a better contender. And what was the other ones I have to hit?
Oscar-winning vocalist, fastest selling album of the 21st century, one of the best selling and most acclaimed artists of all time.
The fact that Mr. Beast even was like, where's my... What are they going to write about you? Be lucky Pop Bass even mentioned you.
I know, T. Just get a birthday tweet from Pop Bass is an honor. Like, take that.
I love
Just
it.
Sit with that, yeah.
I think they put my my screenshot from Euphoria. Like, what do we think of tonight's episode? And it was Pop Bass. I was like,
everyone was using that. So
love
that's how
that.
I know you were the winner of the...
the star of it.
Yeah.
That was funny. I'm always happy when Pop Bass or anything mentions me. I'm like, yeah.
I know. Like, what happened to people just having some kind of gratitude these days? Like, no one has any gratitude.
I know. It
Yeah, we
actually
should-
makes me scared.
Piss him off even more. What's on famous people's birthday for Mr. Beast Day?
May 7th.
Ooh, let's
If
see.
he's not the
Probably
first
Mr.
one.
Beast. Remember we looked up and it was always social media people. It's always like TikTokers.
Yeah,
and
usually
stuff.
it's social media account. So maybe.
Yeah, he is number one.
Oh, okay. Well, backfired.
And Jake Bon Jovi. Oh, Jake Bon Jovi, Millie Bobby Brown's husband's on the list.
He's May 7th?
Yeah. Wait, what is...
He didn't get a happy birthday from Pop Bass. That's crazy. Is Adele
Oh my
even...
god, wait, this is actually even worse because Adele's birthday is 2 days before.
Oh.
He posted that on his birthday, Adele's tweet.
Oh.
So I thought they had the same birthday, but he actually screenshotted this from 2 days before. So he went back
so
2
it's
days
not-
back
Oh
to
my
screenshot
God.
Adele's birthday message and compare that to his. That's
So he
even
could have
weirder.
chosen
Loser.
anyone.
He could have chosen anyone because it's everyone's birthday every day.
That's...
So
Yeah, what?
I would have been. Oh, yours is the after. I would have said that would have been so funny if he chose yours. I would have like.
I know.
laughed.
Did I get a happy birthday from Pop Bass? I
Yes,
didn't.
you definitely did,
Did they
yes.
give me a bio or they just gave me a happy birthday?
I think they just gave you. They didn't do it as bare minimum as Mr. Beast. They just said like happy birthday to something Trisha Paytas. But
Okay, I'll
yeah,
take
you
it.
did get an adjective in there at least.
What's
That's how you
May
know.
8th? Who's number one May 8th? Is
Let's
it me
see.
or is it... I think Tekashi 6ix9ine was the other one that was... And Enrique
Okay, legend.
Iglesias. I know. We always kind of went back and forth.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, no.
David Attenborough, Katie B, the pop singer, Tekashi 6ix9ine, Brooklyn Sky, and then Trisha Paytas.
No, I've fallen. I was number one at one point. David
Well,
Attenborough.
there's probably more categories, like under your specific
No, I
category.
swear I was like number one May 8th for a minute. Damn, I'm really down.
You are the number one first name Trisha, and the
Okay.
first number
Yeah, 'cause I
one from
think it goes by
Riverside,
name.
California,
Okay.
and the number 2 mukbang creator.
Oh, who's number one?
That's a good question. Bad Bish Lily.
Oh, I don't even. I thought it would be like Nikocado or something. Okay, shout out Bad Bitch Lily
Yeah.
or Jane Mukbang. Somebody. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, good for her. Damn. I wonder how they do that. How do they do those ratings?
I have no idea. Like, do people vote? Or oh yeah, you can boost. I guess. Should I boost,
Okay,
you know?
all right. I don't know if I'm allowed to go tell you to boost, but if you want to go boost, feel free to do it. I don't know. But we had looked up like I think it was like Bono's birthday or something, and we're like, oh, surely he'll be the number one. He was like number like 20, and all these like random people we've never heard of, like TikTok creators, were above there. I was like, so weird, so random.
I know. I don't know the rhyme or reason for famous birthdays. I'm assuming it can be rigged though, but.
I could
Shout
bribe
out
them.
famous birthdays.
Famous birthdays always tweeting too. They're always like, happy birthday to this person. They always like DM me and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
that's sweet.
I can DM them back. Bitch.
Yeah,
You
say,
put
boob me up.
Yeah,
Boost
get me a
up.
little
Yeah.
higher. Who's number one on your day?
Ooh, great question.
God, I always forget. July 14th. Okay.
There's a lot of birthdays in like my week.
Yeah.
Vinny Hacker, fellow Euphoria star. That's major.
Is he number one?
He's number one.
Wow.
Conor McGregor is number 2.
Okay.
I don't know these other. Bloodhound Lil Jeff, Ashley Liu, Maya Rafiko, Lonnie Love, Julia Wolf. I do love her, actually.
Okay.
She's a singer. Jane Lynch. She's number 10. Okay, legends. Anyone else I know?
Jane Lynch is funny.
Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons. He's
You know
the
him?
lead singer of Imagine Dragons.
You like them? I don't even know them.
I don't like
know
them, but I know he is hot because anytime he takes his shirt off to sing, radioactive, the gays love it.
I know Imagine Dragons is like a thing, and I like the name. That's how I know the band, but I don't know any of their songs. I don't even know that one.
They come on it comes on in the mall a lot. Like if you're shopping in the mall, Imagine Dragons will be playing. It's time to begin, isn't it? Something.
Okay, it's giving Maroon 5 a little bit too.
Okay, Dorit Kemsley. Yeah, there's a lot.
Legends.
Yeah, there's a lot on July 14th.
We love that.
Love to see it.
Yeah, we love a Cancer.
Mm-hmm.
July 14th. Aquaman was close. He was close to July
he was
14th,
really close.
July 12th. Yeah, I do love a July birthday. I feel like it's summertime. People aren't really doing much. You can kind of just chill and hang out.
Yeah, T. Another TikToker who had controversy was Jake Shane, which again, in comparison to like everything else that was going on,
Yeah.
seemed like very like not important. But Jake Shane got backlash for his interview with Casey Musgraves, where he asked the meaning behind one of the lyrics of her songs, and he said that his favorite lyric from her song Golden Hour, from Slow Burn from the album Golden Hour, was in Tennessee the sun's going on, but in Beijing they're heading out to work. And he was like asking her what that meant. He's like, "It's my favorite lyric. Me and my friend are always debating about what this lyric means. So like, what does it mean?" And she goes like, "What do you mean? It just means that the time zones exist. Like here the sun is going down, but over there the sun's coming up. Like they're going to work." And he was like, oh, right. And people were like really upset by this. I mean, yeah, it was a dumb question, but like I don't think it was that big of an offense. But
Right. No, because I definitely like asked them questions, and sometimes like, but I think what. Yeah, people's reactions were crazy. I think the reactions were crazy, obviously, in comparison to like a James Charles situation. But I guess what like got me, because right, like I'll ask dumb questions of something, like if someone's talking about something I have no about, and I'm like trying to figure it out, and you like say something dumb. But he said this was like his favorite lyric.
yeah, I think he specifically says my favorite lyric.
Yeah.
My friend and I debate it all the time. Maybe the friend is really the one that was in the wrong here. Like maybe Jake knew it was like not that deep, but the friend was like insisting that no, there has to be like some meaning to this. So maybe it's the friend's fault. We might have to throw if I was Jake Shane, I would get on TikTok and I would be like, here's my friend who really was the dumb one and couldn't comprehend what Casey Musgraves' lyric meant. I would literally grab her up and be like, this is the one you got.
Because I want to know his interpretation of that line.
I know.
Like, what were you debating? What was the debate?
That's the tea. Like, how else is there to like analyze the lyric?
Okay, you be Jake Shane and I'll be his friend, and we'll like talk. We'll say this is our favorite lyric. Okay, so we're like, damn, you know that song by Casey Musgraves, you know the song
A Slow Burn.
Yes. Like, do you have a favorite line from there?
I would say the sun's going down, but in Beijing they're going to work.
Damn, that's my favorite line too. I want to know why it's your favorite, because that's my favorite too. But I'm surprised it's your favorite because it has a special meaning to me. What's it mean to you?
To me, as someone who loves Beijing, and like I know they work really hard over there, and I'm someone who like I really appreciate the make it work mentality. Like, I don't want no lazy bitches. Like, I love that in Beijing, they're actually going to work and working hard for their money. Like, that's what I love to see.
Oh, okay. Wait, say the lyric one more. Oh, yeah. Mine was just like, it's that sunset hour. That's when my girl goes down on me.
Period.
And then, but when I'm in Beijing, I get no head.
Oh.
But that's crazy. We have different interpretations of it. We should ask Casey Musgraves if you ever meet her what it means. See which one she's going with. Because, like, to me, it's like, what do you mean that's your favorite lyric? And I don't know. Like, again, I'm only talking about this because this was like a hot topic. I mean, Jimmy Wetzel sent it on a Saturday.
I know. See, that's
like,
how you know.
Yeah. And I was napping too. And I woke up, I see Moses' response. And if Moses' response, I'm like, maybe there's something happening.
See, I didn't know that was happening. I was like, oh.
I loved it though. That's why I was like, okay, this is a hot topic. Yeah. So that's the only reason I'm coming. Because honestly, like, I don't think like it deserves like a backlash. It's like, it wasn't that bad. I think in general, people don't love like influencers as hosts, as we said, like interviewers and stuff like that. Specifically, Jake Shane is getting all these really good quality guests. And I feel like people don't think it's fair, which, Yeah, is it the best interview? No, he's not best interview, but he gets views and people like him, so I make sense why these big celebrities want to go on there. In my mind, I think one or two things could happen. I think one, someone like wrote that for him, and he kind of was like, "Oh, this is my favorite." Like maybe someone wrote it for him, and this was like
so specific though. Like I don't like even as like a producer. I would never think to ask her about this tiny, like, specific lyric from not even her new song. Like, it's her single from, like, 4 years ago. Maybe longer, like 5 years ago. When did Golden Hour even come out? Because she won a Grammy for it when I was at ET the first time.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe someone set him up then. I don't know. Like, what? That's so random. I don't think he listens to Casey Musgraves. Like, I don't think he's that Stagecoach. You know what I mean? Like,
2018 is when his album came out. Yeah.
How old was Jake Shane? 12? Like, what do you mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like someone maybe they wanted to know. Maybe they were like, you know how my aunt's like, next time you see Donny Osmond, she's like, ask him what time he was born, because we're born on the same day and I want to know who's older. And I'm like, okay, that's a random thing. So maybe someone like had told him, like, ask him this thing.
Oh my God.
That's the only thing I can think of. Or I was trying to think, like, too, I was like, maybe he was trying to do like another viral moment, like the Ed Sheeran thing.
That actually makes way more sense.
Hopefully.
Yeah, like a little like acting dumb kind of thing.
Because I've definitely, like, I've acted dumb, of course. Like, because it could get, it's cutesy.
Yeah.
But maybe people don't find Jake Shane doing it as cutesy. Like they did for that Sheeran, it worked.
I think now, especially now, he's getting ripped. Like, Jake Shane, you're losing your clown privilege, baby.
Yes.
Like, mama, I think you're lifting up the weights. You're going too hard. You're going too hard at the Aloe Gym, baby, and you're losing that clown jester privilege. So you got to pick one. If you're going to pick up the weights, you got to drop the jester privilege. But they don't go hand in hand.
That's so real.
It's real.
Oh my God, you're right. Now you're gonna have to do a new shtick now that you're getting hot.
Because if you want to be cutesy, you're gonna have to keep eating those donuts, honey. But if you like want to be ripped, you're gonna have to figure something else out.
I think that's so it. I think you're so right. That the glow up is too real because he's shirtless now and stuff. Mm-hmm. That could be because like the dumbness is cute if you're like chubby or something like that, or like but like if you're like.
If you're getting styled head to toe, you're hanging out with Kyle Gerber, and that's a fun life. Like that's a key.
But that's the lane you're gonna pick.
Yeah,
you gotta start leveling up, get a little smarter with those questions. You can't be cutesy anymore.
It won't fly anymore.
Wow.
I'm the quirky like therapist guy who
That's so real. That's so real. So I think we cracked the code on what happened there. Hopefully, it is great how Jake Shane never makes a statement.
Keeps it moving.
I wish he'd be a little bit like Tana, where they just have that phone. Like, let me just say it right now what I'm feeling, because I do love one of those moments. But he keeps it moving, and
he's the OG brand safe. I think he's never gonna step outside that box.
You're so right. Well, maybe James Charles needs to take a lesson and to just stop talking.
He went the full like opposite direction, like running in the screaming, complaining, ignorant direction. I really don't know why. I think that's just what he is and like what he likes to do. Because really, there's no sensical explanation for that rebrand of like being the screaming, complaining, ignorant guy.
I think he does nothing. Like you said, he was putting out. Looking for applicants to help him. Literally, he like
come up with ideas.
As Oscar applied, it was like, give me 3 content ideas. So like Oscar had to like come up with like ideas for him. And like you said he went through some of the submissions. He said there was like 100 and like only 17 ideas. So he was like going through them.
Yeah.
So maybe someone gave him this idea. Maybe you should try this. Cause like honestly, I think he has no ideas. And I think that's what's happening with this. Because even like the whole painted, I mean, no one's gagged for that like they were for his. What was the Morphe one you keep talking about?
The artistry palette.
Yeah.
At least you're an artist.
I remember for the Met Gala, like I was thinking about the artistry palette. I kept thinking you were thinking about the painted. I'm like, painted? You're like, no, but this was the original, whatever.
Yeah, it's the 2019.
Yeah.
I think.
Nobody was, I mean, people I guess were gagged for that, but I don't think anyone's seated for painted like that. No one's like recreating that moment. Like we love painted. Like, no one's organically using it. Like I see people using the one size. I see people organically using stuff. I never once see my makeup artist like pull out a painted palette.
I remember when he was promoting painted, he knows like makeup artists, so I think he got Beyonce's makeup artist to use it on I think for Renaissance or something for that album, like a shoot or whatever. But it's because like he had like, it's not because Beyonce was gagged, it was because he knows her makeup artist or something. So there's stuff like that he would like be again very braggadocious about. Again, if you're a celebrity MUA, of course he's gonna be up your ass.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, but again, that's the only time.
Well, even us for a minute, he was in our DMs like, I need to have a phone call. It's like, I think you need to push
call
yourself.
a therapist.
Yes,
therapist.
There. Yeah. Like, even podcasts, you think about that, even podcasts don't want him. Like, this is really, truly no shade to Stevie of the Nest, but that was the only one he could go on. And no one cared. Do you remember? We looked at the views.
No views, yeah.
It was like 30,000. And I think people, because I remember he would like preface us, being like, I don't even want to come on the podcast. I just want to have a conversation with you. And I was just like, no, thank you. And you were not invited. And we made that clear, even pre-Spirit Airlines video, we made that clear that you were not going to be invited on this podcast. So we were ahead of it too. I'm like, this is a gag. This is a joke. This is for Patreon. And now I don't even feel bad for it because you're so weird. Because it was just so weird that he was screaming at people. And I was like, but I would love you to still submit it. See what he says.
I know. I went not because of James Charles. I had fun doing our little submission video because it was kind of like a spoof. Our inspiration again was Elle Woods applying for Harvard.
I love that.
Her Harvard submission video. And we were giving that.
We were.
Yes.
You really nailed it. And you locked in. You were doing like one takes. Like whenever I do TikToks like that, but I require a lot. Like I do like at least like 5 or 6 to make sure I got it. Like I got it. I was like, wow, damn, you were on it.
I think the stakes are very low for this James Charles.
But you nailed it each time. It was great. I thought it was good. I was really excited about how it turned out. And then I saw this happen. I'm like, wait, maybe we're not posting it. Like maybe bad timing.
I don't see. I think we'll just have to put a little disclaimer in the description.
This is
pre-Spirit Airlines.
Obviously a joke, just like James
Entertainment
Charles.
purposes only. Yeah. And we did make fun of him the whole time. Too,
Yeah. It
even
definitely
in the
wasn't
submission video. So
serious.
That does help. Yeah.
He's a mess. I don't know who's gonna apply for him. It's like, didn't he get in trouble? Like, didn't an assistant try to like sue him or something? Maybe not sue him, but didn't they try to expose him? There was like a James Charles assistant scandal somewhere.
I mean, I would believe it at this rate.
Like, just see if there anything pops up.
Oh, 2021. James Charles' ex-employee speaks out about lawsuit claiming he didn't pay overtime and asked her to shave his butt. What?
Don't you remember this?
No. This was back in 2021.
I swear. Okay, I was like, wait, I kind of remember this. And I
May 11th.
Oh my
He
God.
needs to just shut it down.
Oh my
He
God.
needs to just
Quarantine.
Yes. Cut the Wi-Fi. Like, you need to disconnect your router.
God.
Turn off the phone in May. Like, this is actually scary.
Whoa.
This is scary.
To the day. We're doing this May 11th.
Oh my God. May 11th, Cat 10 Barge was on his
Oh my God, it was Cat.
Uh-huh.
Always at the scene of the crime.
Oh my God. 21-year-old multimillionaire has been engulfed in the fallout from an underage sex scene scandal, temporarily losing monetization on YouTube, severing ties with Morphe. Now, James Charles' former producer and creative director, Kelly Rocklin, oh my God, that's the role I was going to apply for, is speaking out about her lawsuit against him, which alleges wrongful termination, disability discrimination, failure to provide reasonable accommodation, and failure to pay minimum wage for overtime hours worked.
And he said he pays his employees
Very
generously.
well, yes.
Okay. This is why he's going to TikTok for applicants. He's like, nobody's
Y'all
going
don't
to
know
take it
minimum
serious.
wage. Yeah.
Oh my
Y'all don't know your rights as a worker.
No, for real. Like, what?
That is crazy.
I wonder what happened with that. I wonder if they settled or what. That's
I know.
crazy. But to even bring up a lawsuit, it's very serious because it's like, it costs money. Like, unless you're going to win, no one's going to really do that unless there's like legitimate, like, things to cite.
That is why I cannot believe again in May, like the same week.
Crazy.
Every May, the same week is since 2019 is something.
Like,
that is nuts.
Quarantine yourself.
Oh my God. She also claims that Charles once asked for help with shaving his butt ahead of wearing a revealing outfit for Coachella.
Oh my God.
Something Rocklin says made her feel extremely uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
She was later given a raise to $6,000. But says she'd regularly work 80 hours a week and that the new wage didn't account for her additional hours.
Oh my, my jaw hurts like actually from like dropping.
I
like,
know.
What?
He was making monstrous money at 18 years old and I literally couldn't even afford to pay my full rent. I shared a room with a friend in downtown LA. Everything I was doing with him, I was just losing financial game. Like, I've got to keep working. This is all making sense. This is all making sense.
God.
He wants to work people to the bone for less than minimum wage. That's crazy.
Wow.
That is
nuts. I was like, wait, I kind of remember this. And I remember being like, wow, that's like so crazy.
For the record, James has denied the allegations and said they were absolutely ridiculous, absurd, untrue, defamatory. I wonder what, like,
well, I don't think someone's going to bring a lawsuit with no merit behind it. I think, is the shaving the butt false too? Or was she comfortable with it? Is he claiming? Like, what is the lies? Like, what specifically?
I am so
If you
curious.
ask someone to shave your butt, that's like not your partner, you're a creep. Like, what?
That is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so curious about how that turned out.
He scares me.
How did that totally fly under my radar?
I know. I remembered it like just like in my brain somewhere. I was like,
Whoa.
yeah.
That's major.
That's what I'm saying. If someone really did, we need Swoop back. We need a 5-hour video on James Charles, because it's just like people forget, people don't know. There's just like, but it's so much in such a little amount of time, and it's like
I know, it's crazy. I know Marcos from TikTok, previously Be Better, he posted a TikTok of like new evidence of like
I did see the text messages.
yes. New DMs. I guess maybe even Patreon will actually go into it, because it is like as of right now, it's like I don't know, who knows the validity, but it seems real because he has like a recording of it.
He's
like
pretty
a stream
good.
recording.
Marcos is pretty good at getting like real.
Yes.
Is that his rebrand? I don't know.
He has a new account that's
Oh.
his name. Yeah.
He's not, but Be Better has an account still.
Yeah, the Be Better account is still up, but he just hasn't posted to it. Like the
Okay.
Alex Earl one was also on the Marcos account, if that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he kind of he's kind of detailed. He's like a
Yeah.
investigator.
And I know he went back and forth with James last May over like the Kayla Malik stuff.
Oh my God.
But yeah, he has these alleged DMs of a 16-year-old with James Charles, and in the screenshots that he showed, which not even screenshots, they're like photos of the DMs that the alleged victim, I guess, gave to him. The boy says, "I'm 16 years old, by the way, like, I'm sorry." And then James sends like the emoji, like the skull emoji, be like, "That's still illegal though." And then they just start sending photos back and forth, and you just see like open the photo, open photo, open photo. Like you don't see what the photos are, but the alleged victim says that they were like inappropriate photos. But
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like I really don't wish a downfall on anyone, but it's just like he's his own demise. It catches up to you if you're like and you just don't learn. Like, oh my God, at least like some people like Crystal Lee, or like at least they like stop once you get caught. For the most part, it's like you gotta like learn. Like, what do you mean? Like, you know now how this works, and you continue to do it. Like, it is a sickness. I do think it's a sickness, but also it's like he needs help, or he needs to be like locked away or something like that, because there are sick individuals out there, and it's like you either need to get help or you need to be like put away, because like that's insane. Because I don't think he can like help himself, because you know what's gonna happen. You know how this goes. Any other person who gets caught knows not to keep doing it. Like, it's so
and I guess
crazy.
these screenshots are from 2021, when I guess he was demonetized. That's when kind of everything blew up for him too,
Right.
after By Sister. But again, if you know that you have this stuff like in your history, why would you why wouldn't you at least cosplay as like a nice person if you know that all
That's the
this stuff is there
thing.
and can be brought up against you anytime? Like, why do
Yeah.
you like? Again, I think just the ego. He thinks he's like untouchable at this point, because he's
crazy.
I feel like he gets away with so much and he laughs maniacally, and I feel like he's that person.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after last year with Kayla. Like, I really thought, because Kayla was such a big creator, that like maybe she's the one that will actually like be his downfall again, because I do think that's what it takes, like a Tati, a Shane, you know. But I think he's gotten away with so much that he just
he's just, but it won't be that way forever. Hate it. Hate him. I know. I was like seeing it because it was all my whole timeline, and I was like, I'm not letting this. I'm not gonna like chime in on TikTok. I'm like, I got a podcast for that. You know what I mean? But alas, here we are.
Yep, James Charles Dickinson. If you have no haters, I'm dead. So
I think officially enemy number.
yeah, he was a nuisance, number one for sure, but he got upgraded to
Right.
yeah.
Even when we reacted to those videos, we're like, oh, people that annoy, or what did we title? Like, people that annoy us, nuisances. Yeah. And I was like, oh no, you're
firmly an enemy.
firmly. Any last thoughts on that, Moses?
Cheese pool.
Start out strong with that one. I forgot about
There's a
that.
lot of good Moses mentality moments.
Yes, there was.
Yeah, the edits are going to be popping, because there's the cheese pool, there's the sending them out on the boats, the old people.
I still was like, is that his joke, or like he thinks that? Like, that's why I was trying to figure out. I'm like,
I was trying to figure out.
I don't
where
want to like
had
disrespect a culture if that's what people do. I was like,
I had a
okay.
memory of that from somewhere.
I was like, maybe people do that. I don't know. Okay, maybe, I don't know, but that was a joke for the record.
I was just trying to figure out where I had that image in my head
Oh, so
from.
it could be real.
Okay.
Like I had that image of like.
Okay. Maybe people do that. I don't know, because also like
I know in Viking culture they would when they passed away.
Oh.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what you saw.
But maybe, I don't know. It could be more. I don't know.
I think
Here,
it's,
we're not
I
shipping
think it's from a
people.
movie or something.
Oh.
Something.
Okay, so you saw it. There was a thing.
Probably.
Okay. Well, you guys, let's end on happy notes, okay? You look so cute. I like your little hat today, too. I didn't even comment on your outfit earlier. There was too much going on. Is that a cinema roll? What's on there?
No, it's Miffy.
Who's Miffy?
She's this little bunny character. Isn't she
From
cute?
Animal Crossing?
No, I don't know where she's from, actually. She's like one of those like mascot characters. Like, you know, a Hello Kitty. There's like a Miffy.
It was
Yeah.
giving Hello Kitty. I thought it was like Cinema Roll from Hello Kitty World. That's why I thought it was that.
Similar vibe, but
Okay.
yeah, she's just Miffy.
I like it. Just Miffy. We should do a challenge. Me just wanting to go to the mall because I think of the mall near you. Well, I don't know if it's near you anymore. You moved, but there's like a Hello Kitty store in that mall.
Yes.
Have you been to it?
Of course.
Oh, are you
yeah.
a Sanrio person?
I do love a Sanrio, yeah.
Ooh, I want to do like a mall challenge. I don't know. Let's look one up if there's one online where it's like,
Just making it up, yeah.
yeah, be like getting something.
Doing the viral mall challenge, you guys, where we just buy stuff that we like at the mall. The viral challenge is taking over TikTok.
Just buying each other gifts. Okay, we're gonna find one, and we're gonna find a mall challenge, like things we would have liked at the age of like 13, like going
That
to like
is
Hollister or
fun.
something. I don't know. We're gonna look it up. I'm gonna find it because I haven't been to the mall in so long. Because also that mall they have an Auntie Anne's, and I've been thinking about Auntie Anne's.
I love Auntie
I got a
Anne's.
Wetzel's pretzels like delivered the other day to my house. Shout out Jimmy Wetzel. Someone said that in my TikTok. I was eating Wetzel's pretzels, and everyone's like, oh, I think of Jimmy, and I was like, me too. Even though he's never had a
Little
Wetzel
Wetzel's.
pretzel. Maybe we could all do a
Oh
little
my
mall
God,
adventure.
Jimmy should come and have
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Trying
yeah.
Jimmy's pretzels for the first time.
Tea.
Wetzel's pretzels. And shout out Jimmy and Dallas for Taurus boys too that have birthdays.
Oh,
I feel
yes, like positive Taurus
yeah, we were
boys,
giving
yes.
some bad raps, but Joey Graceffa,
Yes.
Dallas, Jimmy,
The
my
gays.
dad.
Gays and
yeah.
girls. Oh,
yes.
and your dad. Yeah, throw your dad in there. Yeah.
I know. I told my dad we had the same birthday dinner that we had last year. And I was like, oh, Dad, we had this last year. Like, I know you weren't there. And Moses literally was like, he was
He
sitting
was
next
there.
to Oscar.
Yeah.
And Dad's like, oh, God, it was memorable. But that's so random because it's all like
We were
my...
talking about Pope Francis the whole time.
No, I didn't, like, my dad was there with all my friends. So it was like my touring friends and my podcast friends. I was like, my dad was just randomly there. It was very random.
That's when
but-
he was campaigning for baby Pope Francis.
Oh, it would have been
Yes.
okay. Now that makes sense. I was like, oh my God, I forgot. Anyways, shout out to all the good Tauruses out there. May is a great magical month if you're a good person. If you believe and you manifest good things for other people, and May can be a really magical month. Check out Oscar at Oscar Gracie Vlogs.
Sure.
Is that it or no? Am I
think
saying it
it's just
wrong?
my
Am I-
name, but yeah. But I think if you type that in the search, it'll come
It'll
up.
come
so,
up.
yeah.
Oscar Gracie vlog. Check out my Benihana behind the scenes at Blonde Sandal Forum. Or just check out Benihana today. Go have a meal. Try the Trish Trio. Oh, God, filet chicken and shrimp with veggie fried rice. Oh my God, it's so good. Leftovers for days. Check out Moses at Moses Cooking Videos. Are you gonna get a cooking video in this week? I don't know if we're gonna have time.
First of all, we did the bolognese, so
Oh, we didn't mention. Okay, well, yeah,
go,
we mentioned at the
go
beginning.
see the. That's fine.
That was a great one. That was
Go
delicious.
see the bolognese. You can finally make it at home.
Yummy.
Many people have. I get pictures and all that, and yeah, and show the bag.
Oh
You
yeah!
can
Oh my
see-
God! Sorry! Oh my gosh! I just blocked
for a
it with
second.
the Benihana. There's the bag that I got for Mother's Day. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. This was the Mother's Day one, he said, and then this was my birthday one, which is very, very sweet that you did both. You really did make my birthday so special. It was very, very surprising. Everyone did. So many people sent flowers and cakes. It was the best birthday. We just chilled at the house, and it was wonderful. Couldn't have been better, and yeah. All right. We'll see you guys at Benihana soon. And we'll see you guys next week. Go to the Patreon for extended podcasts and bonus videos. Just James Charles madness really over there. And we keep it behind there because we're giving him no more. It's not good attention over there either, honestly. There's no attention. That's good coming from us.
No, if anything, we're meaner, or I'll speak for myself. I'm definitely meaner over there. I'm
Well, I know today it just kind of came out, but I tried to have a little empathy. That's gone out the window. But we love you guys. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing week, and we will see you on Thursday. Bye.